Hey, yo, what's going on, my peeps? Welcome to another episode of the People's Podcast TV. Happy holidays, happy new year. I hope everybody's having a fun time. I hope you are healthy and well above every single thing. You heard, my peeps? Right now, we are over here with my guy. Let me introduce you first. How do I go? To the right or to the left? Let me go to the right. Let's introduce my homegirl, Grizzly Bear. Hello, Grizzly. Come on, guys. Let's clap it up for her. Okay. Shout out to Grizzly. And what was that? What was that?
Shout out to the peeps.
Shout out to the peeps. Let's introduce my guy, Riley. Yo, Riley, what up, my G? Yeah. Yo, let's welcome Riley. And the one and only David, New York is in there. Yo, Dave. Happy New Year's, man. Happy New Year's to you.
Happy New Year's.
And let's not forget, Nisa Soma, peeps. Nisa's in the house. Love and respect. we over here, my peeps, chopping it up. And I was talking to my guy, Riley, my peeps. He been through a lot of things that we would like to share with you. As you already know, we are being abused by this corrupt government, and when it comes to the cops as well, because they be power tripping. You hear me? My guy was framed of breaking into a cop's house. This is insane. I never heard this one. This is a new one for me. You heard, Riley? This is some new shit to me. They accused you of breaking into a cop's house. Can you tell us, the people, and tell me a little bit about that?
All right. It started off the subway protest. I don't know if y'all remember that. The guy Darrell Mickles on the subway jumped a turnstile, and the cops shot the subway up. I saw
it in the news.
In Brooklyn. I threw an action for that, and during the action, this cop he maced me. He maced a whole bunch of us, and then after that, like he spit at us. He had blew his his vape inside the cell with the people that got locked up. He was just like being an asshole the whole time. So that made us like throw a separate action just for his ass. You know what I mean? So we threw a protest, and we went to his house, and I do that. You know what I mean?
So everybody, no, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that.
They hate that. I go to their house because it's like boom. That's how we hold them accountable. Like when we go to the police station. You know what I mean? It rallies their crew up, but they'll never bring out the person we looking for. So it's like boom, like they're
go knock on their door.
Yeah, they public information. So
hey, yo, every cop that's out there.
You went to his home?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
just like any news reporter could go to your house and you know, Univision, Telemundo, Fox, CNN. A regular guy will got question for.
So this happened, and then you went to his house.
Mm-hmm.
Protest for his actions.
But you went in peace. Protest.
Yeah, it was just it's public shaming. You know what I mean? It's public shaming. It's when you go to their neighborhood, they don't look like the superhero no more. When you just told them, boom, oh, he a bad guy. You know what I mean? He's not looking like
a hero that worked for us.
Yeah. And in the cops' neighborhood, they love him. You know what I mean? In our neighborhoods, we hate them. You know what I mean? They come from their neighborhoods and come to ours. In their neighborhoods, they're the superhero. Okay. You know what I mean? So it's just going back into their neighborhood and letting them know, he's a terrorist in our neighborhood. You know what I mean? So that's what we did. We went on the street. We went right in front of his house. It was crazy because he seen us coming down the street.
He was home? He was
on
home?
The porch, bro.
He was on the porch.
On the porch. Oh, I don't know how you do this, bro, but I'm going to see you some videos, bro. We got videos of him on the porch. He hear us. Yeah.
The cop that arrested you.
No, he didn't arrest me. He maced us and shit he maced us at the protest, and it just made us like boom, throw an action for him. So when we was coming to his house, like I had somebody, you know what I mean, ride down the street, and they were just down there, and they was waiting for us to come, and they was like, bro, he's sitting right here on the porch. So like,
so we got what for nothing?
Huh?
Just like that?
Yeah, we threw them off because I threw the protest at the police station. So we went to the police station, and we was only there for like 10, 15 minutes, and then we marched off, and they thought we were done. Like, so they was like, the jokes was on them. They had mad cops there.
So from the precinct, you went to the crib?
We went to the dude's house. Yeah. So they followed us to the train station. We jumped on the train. They jumped on the train with us, and then we switched over at I think the Barclays Center, and that's when they just left off us. So then we jumped on the train, and boom.
What was his reaction? What was his reaction when he saw you guys at his house?
All right, so
because sorry to interrupt you, not too long ago we had one of our auditors on Long Island Audit that did that. He went and knocked on the door of this guy that's doing a lot of dirt, and the homeboy came out with a weapon. You know what I mean? He came out with a gun,
That's all right. So that's what I know about that too. So that's my whole thing. Like, all right. So when we go to the police station, we be turned up. We run, boom, throw the gates and try to run up inside the station. You know what I mean? To the point now they got it like they put the gates all the way out and they double gate them so we can't pull them and shit.
With the cages too.
Yeah. And when you go, so I knew like going to his house and being that he was like, boom, he on the porch and he don't know we coming. I figured he might have his gun on him, and if the protesters come down the street running and doing all that wild shit, like we had a protest, and he's just regularly chilling, he can pull out.
Yeah, he could pull out and pop anybody if y'all go crazy. So it needs to be peaceful.
It, you know what I mean? Get off on it.
Get away with it.
Yeah, he's home and like, you know what I mean? So my whole thing was like, all right, we got to be loud. Like he's on the porch. We got to be loud and let him know, like, boom, all right, that he sees, like, you know what I mean, that he hears, so he doesn't get alert that we come around the corner and he just popped one of us. So as soon as we heard he was joint, we got at the top of the street and then we just started chanting. We want Justin. We started like saying his name.
We want justice.
We want justice. We want justice. It sounded crazy. No, not justice. We want Justin. That's his name.
That's his name?
Yeah. Big name was Justin.
We want Justin.
Bro, like, you know, I got the discovery, so I got like the 911 calls and all that shit, and I heard like the dudes on the phone, like, yo, they saying they want Justin.
He called 911.
So he called 911?
Called 911.
He called, yeah. Yo, bro, we was
and you got you FOIA requested everything, and you got the phone calls, you got everything?
No, they had to give me everything.
Discovery.
For the discovery, yeah.
Okay.
And I got to see everything they was doing. Everything they was like trying to do.
No, remember what happened in my house? They don't give it to me. They don't want to give it to me.
A lot of times they do that.
Is the case over?
I'll tell you later.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
It's about to right now.
Yeah, so they it was just some bullshit. We went down there. We was only there for 6 minutes, bro.
How many of y'all?
15 of us.
15? Okay.
Yeah, all right. So look, there's 911 calls went boom, it's like 20 of them out here. Then he called right back, bro. He hung the phone up, called back. It's like 50 of them. He kept lying, bro.
He brought the number up.
Trying to get you killed.
Yeah, bro. He upped the ante so fast. Like, we watched the escalation of the phone, and it's crazy because we got to get the phone calls, and then his brother was standing right next to him, making phone calls right behind him. So when they were saying that they getting all these phone calls, you know what I mean? They getting all these phone calls.
Why you
They
on me?
Yeah.
Are you really trying to get me killed?
Yeah, I be loving
pull
those
up
songs.
ready to take.
Huh?
This is the right podcast for that.
Habibi song, yo, that be killing me every time.
So he kept calling them and he kept boosting up the numbers. It's 50 of them.
Yeah, boosting up the numbers. His brother was doing the same thing. You know what I mean?
So his brother was there?
Him. Right next to him, yeah.
His brother's a cop or no? You don't know?
Nah, his brother not a cop.
Okay.
His brother not a cop. And the thing was crazy, like I said, like we thought he was upstairs. So the whole time we yelling upstairs, we looking upstairs, and he's in the window, bro, and his window's open. He's looking right at us, and he's on the phone, like you can see it in the video.
With the cop.
You know what I mean? With
911.
Yeah, and he kept, so I told you we was there for 6 minutes. His phone calls, he got about like 6 or 7 phone calls, and we listened to him, and they when you put them all together, it's like 6 minutes. So he was on the phone the whole time until they got there, and he kept boosting it up, like and his brother and them, they just kept boosting it up, and it was a couple of other phone calls. So when the cops came in, as soon as the cops pulled up, we left. Message sent. You know what I mean? We just scared you and your whole neighborhood. You know what I mean? So the message was saying, it wasn't like the scariest neighborhood, it was like they put his neighborhood, like I said, on alert. When he come out his door, he got to answer that from his neighbors. What was going on?
Yes.
What was like, you know what I mean?
Isn't
Why
this
was
the
they at
good
your
cop?
house?
What's he doing?
Are they
Is he
coming
doing
back?
some dirt over there?
Yeah.
So yeah. So that hero
All that.
picture, it kind of like shades off. It's like, oh, hold up. If we have people protesting over here, he's not doing something right.
Yeah.
There's something going on.
Yeah. It makes them question them and all that. So that's the whole thing of like they don't want to deal with that joint. And that's what I that's what I do. I keep going back and back and back and back. But this is like I've been doing it for 4 years. So this is their way. The PBA, the Police Benevolent Association, they tried to pass a law back in 2021 when I first started it about saying that I'm targeting cops. But to me, it's like the same thing with warrants. And they got a warrant for us. You know what I mean?
Knock, knock.
It's the same thing, man. You're violation against the people. And like to me, like we don't get no accountability in New York police. It comes out of tax dollars. They don't CCRB holds no weight because they made the decision to say we gonna fire this cop or will.
A lot of times CCRB sends the paperwork to the same precinct. Like, nah, it's not too much. So the cop that violated you ends up with the complaint in hands.
100%. And then after that, it's still then it goes to the commissioner. You know what I mean? To get the final say, and the commissioner is not firing over. Like, it's so many people that's been killed, and the cops is found like to be wrongful for it, and the commissioner still be like, oh no, ain't, you know what I mean?
They still keep the job.
CCRB, skip with everything else, skip the news. That was saying that this person is like the whole thing. You know, you still get the job, and then boom, we're gonna put them right back in that same community.
Not only that, the commissioner has the power to just strike it. Like, it's closed.
Yeah.
It's finished.
Skip everything.
Yeah.
So
How you end up getting locked up? So was this the incident that caused him to lock you up?
all right, so yeah,
Hello, Justin. How you doing? Make sure you subscribe, you heard?
yeah, oh shit, they watch this shit, man.
They always watch
yeah.
it. They always watching, my G. So how did he end up locking you up?
They all right, so when I went home, I think like the next day, just watching my stories on Instagram, you can see who all viewed your stories. When I went into it, it was just, bro, I didn't know none of the people, and I'm looking at some of their demeanors, and I could tell they were cops. So then when I started clicking on the page, it was a whole bunch of cops. I'm like, oh shit.
Like commenting or?
Nah, just on
Oh,
my
you could
stories,
see that, watching your story.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, something like, oh, I must have like shook them up last night. Like, it must have went around. Like,
It did something. It did. You pushed the button.
Yeah. So I put my page on block, on private, and then that same day, this is the very next day, it was a protest for like Palestine. I went out to that, and one of the cops, I think I told one of the cops was like violating somebody, and I said something to him, and the white shirt like came running over there, and he was like, don't say nothing to him, he's like a professional, some shit like that he said. And I told the cop, the cop was talking shit, and I was talking shit back, and I just told the cop, did you see what I did last night? That's all I said. You see what I did last night? And the white shirt was like, up, get him. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
word.
they ran up, but the cop that he told me to get me was so mad. He was more mad at my man than he was me. So he ran up and just grabbed my man and like dunked him in this like, you know what I mean? In this it was a fountain. It was a fountain, a tank or something out there. And it's like what was this? September? It's like September. It was cold as shit outside. You know what I mean? They dunked him in the tank, and you know what I mean? After that, I think SRG, and then the SRG came and they grabbed me, and when I got down to the station, they had the cop that locked me up. He came inside, like when they was taking me inside 1PP, he came inside and he was just like, you're not gonna come to my house and threaten my family, is you?
Oh, word.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Yeah, so when he said that, right, I was like,
But you didn't threaten him.
No,
that's the thing. You see, they put words. You're not threatening him. You just going to the house and protesting your rights.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I hate it, because they put words in people's mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, threatening. How you threatening?
So they feel threatened. They always do what they do.
But we feel threatened too, because right now
yeah.
the thing is that we supposed to trust the cops. I don't trust them.
That part.
I feel threatened every time I see a cop. I'm like, because if you talk a certain way, they want to lock you up, and they'll invent something. You know, they don't do the right thing just because you can't talk to them a certain way. Because, oh my God, you know, like, oh, you're getting locked up for whatever they
power
invent.
tripping. It's the power.
Disorderly conduct.
Come on, stop playing. So I don't even dare. You call the cops for your own benefit. You know,
Yeah.
and they end up locking you up because they expect you to, like, for example, you have a dead somebody in your home, and they want you to be calm. Oh, you gotta calm down. F you and you calm down. Shit,
Yeah,
I just got
up.
somebody killed,
Yeah.
and why don't you calm down when your family's dead or something like that? You know, and they'll invent something, and then you end up locked up and with a dead family.
That's what happened. It's all a setup. So my man's pulled up to the cell and told you, don't pull up to my house, or please, or don't come threatening me.
Yeah, and then all right.
What was you locked up for? Like, what was the charges? Like, what they charge you with to bring you to the precinct? First of all,
That's all right. So that's where I was like, all right. So they do this all the time at the protest. When they just want to like end the protest, they just grab my motherfuckers and just like throw them anything. So I'm thinking I'm getting one of those charges. I'm thinking I'm getting out the end of the night.
Disorderly conduct, some bullshit.
Yeah, because they got like 30 or 40 of us. You know what I mean? And we all in there.
It was a lot.
Yeah, and they just like, you know what I mean?
They the law, but they don't know the law.
Oh,
At all.
absolutely.
At all.
At all. like,
I
yo,
agree
and
with
it's so
you.
easy. That's why you be fucking them up.
You
be
heard?
fucking
They
'em
don't
up.
know the law.
So a group of around 30 people arrested.
Mhm.
We got my guy coming up to you telling you, yo, please don't come to my house. We'll do. But once again, what was the charges?
Okay, so I seen when I was in there, I'm asking them what was it. A community affair officer came in there and said like, boom, everybody going home. So then I seen the cop. He comes out and he got his like, you know what I mean, all his shit off. He got his shit off. And
The one that locked you up or the one
yeah,
from the crib?
No, not the one from the crib. The one who
Justin?
just locked me up. The one who
Okay.
just locked me up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Everybody else still had their shit on, filling out paperwork. He done took his shit off. So they done told him already he could take off and shit. He's looking like he's stressed out. And I see him like filling out paperwork and I'm looking like, what the fuck? So I'm like, all right. So then like 10, 15 minutes later is these suits that come in. And then now I'm standing up on the joint, like in the 1PP, and I'm looking through the glass, bro. And I swear, like, it's this woman, she had a suit on and she had like a folder and I see my face on it. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And I'm like, bro, I ain't going home. And we was all like sitting there. Then a couple minutes later, like, you know what I mean? No, not a couple minutes later. To the end of the night, they got everybody out of there. You know what I mean? Everybody was out of there except for me and somebody else. And the other person I was with wasn't even part of the protest. He was some other shit that he had to go down.
Could we?
But let me get this straight. There are good cops. There's bad cops. There's dirty cops. But some, out of some poco,
Yeah, but right now we're talking about that dirty one.
to me,
That
I
they
I
got
just want to
dirty.
make that clear because, I work and they be around, So.
Yo, stop. You
I'm
looking
trying
bush
to
right now?
protect
The only-
myself.
You hear this shit, Dave? You hear this shit?
The
No,
cops-
shoot, they be,
the cops
Yo, let
in
her
New
know,
York
Riley.
City-
Let her know.
Nah, I be
The cops in
around
New
and
York
they,
City got
Oh,
on
New
they-
York City.
got on their
No, they-
badge.
yeah, I know.
It's a white man with a whip and it's a Native American with a bow and arrow. And that's everybody, the only person that was getting hit with that whip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it's already like, and to me like it's a all right. So it is a class thing, and it's also got to do, but minorities and all that. When we say the hood and it's a trap and everything, it's it got to do with the way, or even our mindsets or how they have our mindsets. Like in my situation, right? Like me being in the hood, right?
Mm-hmm.
A person like me calling the cops, I'm a snitch or something like that. Even if I
Exactly.
don't play in the streets.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? And we got our codes to play in the streets. You play in the streets, you know what I mean? You whatever, you know what I mean? You're not a civilian. You know what I mean? A civilian, somebody that goes to work and boom, they paying their taxes.
Mhm.
So our taxes go to the cops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a person that plays in the street shouldn't have to be like, when something happens to him, he shouldn't have to go resort to street rules to get justice when
Yes.
he pays his taxes and
All right.
goes and lives in,
That's right.
you know what I mean? The civilians and these cops, that's what our money goes to. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But they don't follow the system like they're supposed to.
No.
They're there for
They
money.
don't
They're
care
there
about-
for these buildings.
They don't care about us.
And they care about white people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's no the minority, boom. This place is built for them.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's we trying to find our place and stuff like that. And by them putting cops in our neighborhood, like, all right, their neighborhoods got no cops like that. They don't got no cops like that.
But you guys,
Probably one
you- you're
patrolling every
there you
5
go.
hours.
And everybody know 'em.
And everybody know.
But it
Everybody
doesn't
know 'em.
happen only
You know what I
to
mean?
you guys. It happens to Hispanics too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Minorities.
Yeah,
Every
Hispanics,
minorities.
blacks,
Yeah.
yeah.
It happens
Yeah.
too.
But he was,
Everybody non-white.
Yeah.
They just don't
It's the
know.
same. And that's
Their DNA,
that's the whole
what
thing.
they don't know is that their DNA, they have, black in it. They just don't. I
I don't
mean,
care about that
I
because you're
but
not
they
wearing
gonna.
it.
They.
You
I
can't-
mean, it's getting out there already,
Mhm.
and they hate it.
Rather than
But
make it
let me catch up with where
2%
we.
African or whatever they got. They don't care about that.
Michael, get a little closer.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh,
they just hate it.
sorry.
They want to look like
My bad.
Thank you for sharing
putting-
that. By the way,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
I don't get
interesting,
that.
and I'm sorry
People
you
get
had to
lost.
go through that.
Yeah,
lose
they
their
don't even
way.
know who they are.
We
They wanna
all
get the
do.
big
We
list.
all
Yeah.
do.
Yo, hey, yo,
I have a
speak to the
question for
mic
you,
and we'll have
but
other
I
people
don't
speaking
wanna-
to him.
Huh?
overtalk everyone, but
Oh.
how
Sorry.
did you feel approaching, like going back to like the house and saying that guy's name, right? Like did you prepare yourself mentally, like, yo, I could possibly get shot for this, or I could possibly get killed for going to his house with like these protesters, like in the front? Like what was your mind in the moment?
I be thinking I be getting taken over or some like other shit. I just I go out. I don't write no speeches or nothing like that. I just go off of what I feel like. You know what I mean? Just like right there in the moment. It's a couple of times, like when they throw me in the news, they threw me on the news and said I was wanted. That scared me. One time, I spoke on like I wasn't speaking on the cops' funeral. I was just talking about how all the cops shut down, like I think like Fifth Avenue for the funeral, and it was just a joke, bro. And I was like, oh, I should mess that funeral up with a march, and I said it in my stories, and my stories were private, and
It
you know, I got
leaked.
so many people. Yeah, somebody took it out before I knew it. It was on the news, and I said it in the morning about like 7 o'clock, and
They hacked it.
I was coming from somebody else's house, and I went to sleep, and I woke up around like 1 or 2 o'clock, and I had it was like over 2,000 followers, bad text messages, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? Like, what happened? You know what I mean? And I opened my joint, and mad death threats. It's cops. Boom, they going ham. You know what I mean? And then somebody, like, when I finally like see it, it took me like an hour or two to like go through and finally
They
see
were
that.
threatening you.
Boom, I was plastered on the news.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
real stuff. That threats are for real.
Like
When
I
they do
plastered
knows
on the news.
about
Bro, they was
That's
up
for
there
real.
talking about, oh, pull up. It's gonna be a movie. The cops were telling me it's gonna be a movie.
They great.
If I-
Oh, word?
I swear to God, yo, I got the best. I had the message. I still got them on my page.
Damn.
On my page. They're on my page. I was, bro, y'all not gonna do it. I saw a screenshot and everything. Like, y'all are fucking stupid. Y'all are stupid, bro. In your profile, I can see you're a cop. You're stupid. You threatening me like with these kind of, and I threw it all out there. But it was like, you know what I mean? It that scared me because like
Yeah.
my family.
Your family,
Yeah,
bro.
I was gonna
I got
say, you got
family
family? I
in
was gonna
Texas
ask
that I didn't even know that was
You got
calling my
kids?
mom. He had kids.
Yeah.
I couldn't see my kids for a year off of that. Everything that happened to me in protesting, my kid's mother, and I, you know what I mean? She's great, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? It scares the shit out of her where, boom, she takes the kids, you know what I mean? Like last year I had a group of protesters like try to mob down on my house. It is, bro, it's like that activism shit is real, but
It's for real.
Yeah.
It's a lot on the line, I'm sure.
and you ain't
like-
getting paid for this shit. You know what I mean?
No.
I'm
no.
I
doing
was
this
gonna
strip off the
ask
strip
you,
off,
what do you
like,
get
you know what I mean?
out
Trying to
of
make a change.
protesting?
That's it. Trying to the George Floyd. I mean, I was always like, you know what I mean? Always on some radical shit, but I never protested or did no shit like that. I honestly used to look at that shit like it's kind of crazy. Like, yo, motherfuckers out there wilding. But
So what motivated you to start?
Yeah.
my kids, the George Floyd. Like I seen it was crazy, but my kids at the time was like 6 and 7, or maybe they was like 5 and 6, 2020, and they wanted me. I had to take them to Philly. I was supposed to take them to Philly the next morning. I was with them. I had them for the weekend. I was supposed to take them to Philly the next morning, and they wouldn't let me go to sleep until I found a dog, like, to protect myself from the cops. And you know what I mean? I laughed at that shit at first, but then they woke me up at like 1 o'clock. And yo, bro, I don't know what the fuck happened. That shit sent me overboard. You know what I mean? Like, I was at work, just think about that shit. Just think about, I've been locked up over 100 times. I've been like, there's so much shit that I went through that I was like, God damn, my kids ain't never experienced no cops, but here they is telling me they want me to get a dog to like
protect yourself from the
myself
cops.
from these
So your
motherfuckers.
kids told you,
Zap me out, bro. I quit
Yo,
my
Dad,
job
you
and
should
everything.
get a
Started
dog.
protesting.
They was afraid for you.
Yeah,
But still, like, what motivates you to
Protest.
that was it.
protest?
That was
That's
with
it?
it snapped me because y'all remember 2020, right?
Because
We
you
was
are
all in
risking
the
your
house.
life.
Yeah.
We was all
Locked
the
in,
house.
everybody
We was
locked in.
And the whole world was outside protesting, going against
Mm-hmm.
the cops. I was like, oh, this the one. This the one. Every day was like a Black History lesson on the TikTok. You got to see everything we went through. They're showing you like babies getting fed to alligators. Just like every day you turned on TikTok, you were seeing something. And I'm like, oh, everybody's waking up. Everybody's fighting back. Like we just boom. You know what I mean? And then like boom, you see the other countries and shit protesting and turning up. I'm like, oh, this the one where we can flip this bitch finally. Because it's going to be, I don't think that the white man is never going to give us our equal, like treat us equal. They're always going to be over top of us. And this is their system. This is their, you know what I mean? And even though they get pandering to us and make it look like it's for us and they doing for us, it's boom, this is a trick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This is a trick. And I thought that was going to be like, boom, he's going to finally get, you know what I mean? And it's not like all white people are bad. It's gonna be some, you know what I mean? It's gonna be white people that help us do the shit too. We can't do it without them. You know what I mean? Or we gotta
that's a fact.
eradicate them, motherfucker. You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, we can't do it without them. So it's like, you know what I mean? That's the whole thing where I think like a lot of black activists hate me at. You know what I mean? Because I work with everybody who boom sees the vision.
Who's for the cause?
Yeah, who's for the
Down
cause,
for the
bro.
cause.
You know what I
No
mean?
matter the color.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's people that's passionate. You know, they're passionate about, I guess.
Doing it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the abolitionists, like there was white abolitionists.
Mhm.
You know, it's like, what was this? Like, not to go off topic real quick, but like, you know, this boxer, Muhammad Ali, right?
Mhm.
And what was his name was Clay, and he got it changed, and he was actually named. His father chose the name of a white abolitionist, so he got
Oh,
named
shit.
after a white abolitionist. But then he took the religion of Islam, and
Mhm.
he changed his name because he didn't want a white man's name.
Yeah.
And so he took on the name he got. But you know, anybody that's down for the cause, like what's the problem, you know? 'Cause
Yeah.
more racism, it just creates more racism if you just stick to only one color sticking together versus everybody coming together to come against one color or something, you know? I don't know. I think that's pretty righteous.
Yeah, no, my thing is like that's what like some people be like saying some people don't got voices or can't talk or you know what I mean, or they tell like I take everybody's ideas and we boom, let's build the world that we all want to build, live in together. Like, or is it it's always gonna be some hierarchy? Like I don't treat white people like they're beneath me. Like I know a lot of people do, like, oh, you can't talk, you know what I mean? But it's just my whole thing is all right, so what if we we get equality for everybody, right? Or do we still talk to them like that? Or can we just start building the place that we want to build now and just
And that
you know what I
and that little statement that you just said, I have one thing to say, bro. If we get all the money in the world,
Mhm.
check this out. If we get all the money in the world and split it even, and we split it even to everybody, in a week, the rich is gonna be rich again, and the poor is gonna be poor again. That's very unfortunate.
yeah.
How we gonna deal with that?
And that's the shit. That's the part that's so fucked up. You know what I mean? Our we're in the environments and shit that we live in is being ruled by, you know what I mean, the people who got the most money, and they'll never have to do what happens to us will never affect them no kind of way. So it's like, why the fuck are y'all so harsh on us? What's going on? You
They
know what I
make
mean?
money off
They watch it in
of
movies,
us.
bro. They pay to see
Really?
it. They pay to
Yeah.
see us suffer. You hear me?
That
Yeah.
part.
They pay to see us suffer. They go to the movies to see us killing, shooting each other.
100. I mean,
They
yeah,
pay.
okay,
They
100.
enjoy
100.
our suffering. You know
and
what I mean?
and they get rich off of us.
Yeah.
We are the ones making them rich.
With we are their entertainment. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
like you said,
Yeah.
we go to the movies and watch that. They watch us.
Yeah.
They
Hunger
watch us.
Games.
They have wars and they have shit. Let's just start this fight over here. Like it ain't about nothing. We watching like even with Trump just like talking about boom, like all right, boom, he just did what he did to Venezuela, but now just that easily he's making jokes and I mean just like calmly, casually talking about boom, going over into Colombia
Yep.
and doing it
just
like
I wanna-
you know what I mean?
I wanted to touch
Yeah.
on.
Say that.
It's like damn, he's doing it and they're cheering it on. I just seen the
Yeah.
video where they were just riding the president through the city with the doors open so everybody could see it. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
Bro, they had last night. They rode through
Here?
the city. last night.
But
New York City,
which president? Maduro?
Venezuela. Yeah.
No way. So they was showing him to the.
Bro, they had him. They had. Can you put it up on the phone real quick? They had the doors wide open and him just boom. And so people was chasing the van, like trying to get it. And then when they got close, like trying to get a picture, they shut the doors. But they and I'm like, it was cold as fuck last night. And y'all was riding him like that, you know what I mean? And that was a message that Trump did. You know they didn't do that on their own. Like that was him, like, yo, open the doors and they like show everybody.
He's giving a message to other
the country,
yeah,
to go down.
It's a power thing. It's a politic thing, but it's a power thing.
Don't you think it's a distraction from they're talking about the Epstein files?
Also,
Don't you think that's a big?
It's also
way
that's
to
a good
divert
point
the
too.
attention?
Yeah, it could be that. It could be a lot of things also, and it could be like I said. Venezuela. It's not only about politics. Venezuela is like the petroleum.
Gas
It's got to
capital
do
of
with
the
the
world.
petroleum.
The gas capital. They have a lot
You
of
know?
oil.
It's
Yeah.
like a point. It's like Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's like it's in a place where they need Puerto Rico. For if there's a third world war, Puerto Rico's like, right. So they need Puerto
Station that,
Rico.
yeah.
Yeah. So the same thing as Venezuela with the petroleum. So to me, it's all power. It's
Did
all got
they?
to do
Did
with
they?
power.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to touch up on that too.
More
Because
than-
I don't know if did they scoop him up? Did he turn himself in? Did he kind of like made a plea deal?
I think they captured his ass.
Who? The president of Venezuela?
Yeah. They pulled up
said-
hard on him,
They
or they
sent
set him up. Or,
the Delta Force, like a level under the Navy SEALs. So they sent a full out mission and basically like snatched him out of the country. And even what's crazy to me
because
is
he was ready for that. Like he was not too much because I saw him outside a lot, and a lot of his people around him turned him in. A lot of them was working with USA as well. You know what I mean? So that's why. But I was still like, damn.
Well, I think it gets to the point, like, even you see with the mafia, like, the cops are outside in those vans looking at you, but you just don't know when the day is going to come. Like, you start to become comfortable. We're humans. We become comfortable with the everyday stresses of, the cops is checking me out. I can't even walk to the store. The convenience store guy following you around. You, even though it's not normal, you become comfortable with it. So at a certain point, it lulls you to sleep.
Boom. And they got. Do you think he was actually smuggling drugs over here? Because I've seen a lot of documentaries and interviews of him. I don't know, man. I don't know if he was actually. Maybe people around him. You know what I mean? But I don't think that he was actually the one sending drugs. Yeah, because I don't know, man. He's very, very, very. I don't know how to articulate it, bro. But the way he articulates himself, it looks like he tried his best for the people, in a way. Even though there's a lot of how do we call it?
Criticism?
Yeah, communism.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But his main thing was he wanted nothing to do with USA, as well as his brother, because he took over his brother.
Yeah.
Chavez. So and a lot of things that we see here is the bad things that are happening in Venezuela. Like we don't see the good life, the rich people. There's good parts over there. You know what I mean? So most of us are like, oh shit, Venezuela's dying. You know what I mean? But there's a big part of it that they Gucci. You know what I mean? They're not complaining. There's nothing. Just the poor neighborhoods are the ones that are showing
with us. Yeah, that's how they show us in Africa. Like,
Well, I feel like they have gotten a lot of politics with the trafficking and a lot of governors, and I guess he's one of them. And they look for the opportunity to do it, the best opportunity to do it. He's not the first one. And they're not going to show it. They're not going to show they traffic. They all involved in that shit. They make money off of that. To me, on the I've done a lot of research, and not only that, I've been there, done that, and I feel like there's a lot of governments that they get money off of cartels. I mean, that's hard to say here. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to get freaking in trouble. But
Yeah. Well, we're talking about
somebody
we
can-
talk about pharmacies and shit, bro. That's where all the
Yeah.
drugs is at. You know what I mean? And it's controlled by the government.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
They get mad because this guy sell coke and this guy
But
does
the
not pay
drugs-
taxes.
the drugs-
But they sell it in the
but
pharmacy.
Yeah.
No,
You know what I
they
mean?
sell it, but that's
Yeah.
different.
100%.
But
It's not
we're talking
different.
about
It's not different.
yeah,
Don't
but
tell me it's different.
There's
Because they
when
sell
you
it, it's
cut-
different.
yeah,
Because
but-
he sells it, it's different. They selling it.
because they use it for something else, and we talking about stuff.
So we have
like,
to. Everybody has to use it for whatever
so
they
in the
use.
pharmacy they sell fentanyl.
All types of shit they got
on,
in the
man.
pharmacy.
They use other stuff too that are messing up, like whatever they use to cut.
They just want to control
know?
it. You know what I mean?
and
But
stuff. Yeah, and that's how it started.
the drugs in the
They
pharmacy
put-
are messing up my
yeah,
people
but
too.
also too,
Yeah.
but
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we talking about illegal. So that's
Illegal.
something
Hey,
else.
illegal.
Yeah, but that's something
Says
else. You
who?
can't put.
Says who?
I said it. So when they started bringing in drugs, and it had to do with politics. And to make it more clear, it was to mess up black people. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not good expressing, but they started. They did it, and they used the black people.
Until it spilled over to their shit.
Yeah, and they were getting, like you said, and they were getting rich. But the cover up was black people, and those were the ones getting locked up. Those were the ones, but there was somebody in back of them, powerful.
The
And
probably
it wasn't black. And they weren't black.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's the face.
Yeah.
The face is.
To catch up, because I know we left off the topic, and you guys are probably. Oh no! Before I do anything, bro, y'all hit the like button yet? Yo, y'all gotta stop
like
playing with us, man. Hit the like button, subscribe if
Like
you
button.
haven't. You hear me? But to catch up on the subject, the charges.
Shout out to Zay.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, shout out to Zay Zay TV.
Yeah.
The charges, my G. What they
Yeah.
charge you with?
Oh, okay. All right. So all right. So yeah. After all right. So
40 people, about 20, whatever it was. Everybody going home. You saw the lady doing more paperwork than what
yeah.
usually goes on. How they approach it? Yo, listen, we're gonna charge you with this.
Yeah, they didn't tell me my charges until I got the next day in booking. So I went to bookings that night, and then my lawyer came, and it was like, usually I'm expecting, like, whenever they take me to bookings, I do the whole day. This is like around 12 o'clock. They were coming at me and getting me up out of there.
No, I know. I'm
So-
trying to, but y'all talking about it. So
The lawyer was like, they were charging me with threatening.
but I thought we was gonna do Spanish. Sorry.
Oh, that's not good. threatening the cops' life, but they had the statement written down, and the statement was just saying, "You saw what I did last night." So that's what I got locked up off of me saying, "You saw what I did last night."
And to a different cop.
To a different cop, and that cop said that he felt threatened and scared for his family and some other shit, so they trumped the charges up. So just me, that's all that was the written statement from them. He saw what I did last night, and they said from there he felt some type of way, so that he gave me an order of protection against him, and it was
So what did
I
they
think
take that?
it ended up being
So crazy.
menacing, but not right then and there. I can't remember what they first charged me with, but it ended up dropping like the menacing, like in the 3rd degree or some shit like that.
So what did they try to take it as a confession and a threat at the same
They
time?
tried it. What they was trying to do was link it to the other one. Now by this time, I didn't even know I'm being locked up for the other one. You know what I mean? So as I said, they came and got me early around 12 o'clock, and all right. So when I'm talking to the lawyer, he's telling me that boom, he's telling me everything that was said. But he said, all right. So when you get finished, he's like, the Warren Squad is here for you, and he was like, the New York Post is here too, and he was like, I'm gonna try my best to cover
New
you.
York Post.
Yeah, and I'm like, New York Post for what?
So
They got me in the post looking
So
crazy.
why you think there's protesters?
You said why?
Why you think there's a lot of protesters?
Shit, it was a lot in 2020. It died down now. I mean, or New York. I think New York. I'm not from New York. Y'all know, right? I'm from Jersey. So I came out here during the uprising. You know what I mean? Jersey had stopped protesting, and that's what I said. I started protesting in 2020, and we did the first one, and it was just, you know what I mean. I'm looking and watching the news, and I'm watching how New York is like going in,
Yeah.
and we
And-
doing a little punk ass protests.
So you
we-
think that the justice system, they using it as, with politics, and that's the reason why these.
protests happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, protesting is like the sound of like the unheard.
To give you a better understanding, it's to bring awareness, to change laws.
No, I know, but
Yeah,
you
to
think
change
because
laws.
they're using the justice instead of the cops are not doing the right thing. They're going by politics. Because if you
Uh-huh.
look at it, when for example when Trump won, because I'll be talking, I'll be asking questions. I'm nosy as hell. So they would try either to, if they don't like the president, the police is gonna try and do some stupid shit so he could look wrong, and vice versa. So they use the system, the justice system, to make a president or anybody, they could make them look bad.
Yeah.
But who's getting messed up? We are minorities. So at the end of the day, it's the same shit. We are the ones that the minorities.
Exactly. So that's why
They use us for that
Yeah.
shit,
that's why we get together
and it shouldn't be like that.
and we make noise.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, I
the
know.
world and them as well could get to know what we go through. Because if nobody says nothing, nobody
Yeah.
knows nothing. You know what I mean? If nobody says nothing, nobody knows nothing.
Yeah, we just keep.
And I'm
going with
just
the
saying
program.
it so they can know.
And the system and the
Because we're on a
politics,
podcast, and they're gonna hear this.
we are the one who are so maintaining the cops, the government, the whole system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the system is supposed to be very transparent,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not.
Yeah,
And it's
there's
not.
no transparency. And
Yeah.
I wanted to like touch up a little bit on the threats.
And they mixing it.
Because I know that's like a big thing. Like we were talking about that, the threats, right? Like we have to live with that. Like the truth is, like there's a mark on you now, right? Like
Mhm.
from the moment you started this movement, you're being monitored, you're being stalked, you're getting threats. Isn't it crazy how you got like you basically had to suffer all this over some threat, right? But when you get death threats from the cops, right? Like the cops watching and like sending things, messages, because that's hard on. I know that's hard on the mind.
She
Like-
went through it as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like it's hard on the mind
Yeah,
because you
shit
think
is.
about like, yo, somebody's probably outside right now, or every time I go live or post something, they're
Yeah,
watching
paranoid.
everything. Like it's crazy how we have to live with threats from the cops and we can't figure out who they are because they gang up to threaten us. Yet we're like when they cry like, oh no, I'm fearing for my life to get you locked up. Like it's passable for them, and like they want justice. Like they want to crush you, right, and break you so you don't go out there. And then on top of
Yeah.
that, you get the like we face the death threats, and that's so infuriating because even as they're watching us do this, I'm sure they're gonna be running up comments. They're gonna be thinking of ways, to say something or send something. I just think that's so frustrating. Like how do you feel knowing that that's a huge part of like this life, the death threats from cops?
That's the I ain't even gonna lie. I think it's only been the two times. Other than that, I think I use it to fuel me to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm like immune to all that shit now. It takes a lot to for them to scare me. They sent a helicopter to my house. They shit I was at a book club in the park reading a book undercover on me. You know what I mean? And I had to get up and I record everything. So I got the videos of them of the helicopter follow me into the train station and then it not knowing where I'm at. So it being at my house by the time I get out the train. You know what I mean? It's people outside the train
they
station.
watching everything.
Yeah, it's people out, and they was just making sure I got
That's
home.
how they got.
To make
They
sure
got
I
that
went in the house.
information from your phone that you said. Nobody had it. It was what, private? They
Yeah,
hacked that.
no,
Instagram,
they got
Instagram.
they
They
got
hacked
different.
that.
They got different ones. No, they got different. You know what I mean? Cops have came up to me and told me about stuff that's been in my story, and I just don't know who. That's why I constantly
Them.
go through my,
Hacker.
you know what I mean,
He
my
had a
views to
hacker.
find
He
out
explained
which
that.
one of these motherfuckers is. You know what I mean? They'll come up and say like slick shit, or they used to watch my podcast all the time and come up to me and tell me about like, you know what I mean, certain shit.
Mhm.
So I mean, I know I'm heavily watched, and that's why I said like, last year I had to battle a smear campaign right before they came and locked me up. I had a smear campaign on me. You know what I mean? I had this this organization and shit that hijacked. They done stole money from my organization. They did so much shit, but I finally like cut them off. And then they tried to come to my march. It was big time, and they tried to come. And anybody that comes to my march, I give them the platform to give them the floor to speak and tell about their organization so people can follow them. But I gave everybody the floor, and I wouldn't give it to them. And then they turned around and tried to fight somebody. And then from that fight, you know what I mean, I recorded everything. So I put it out there so people can see who this person is. And to cover that shit up, they boom, just spun a whole bunch of lies about me. Dropped it, wrote a whole bunch of statements. And that's, for me being a man and being masculine in this movement is almost like, you know what I mean? It's boom, it's quick acts if you do anything wrong. And at the end of the day, I didn't do anything wrong. And the person I'm talking about, you know what I mean, just happened to be, you know what I mean, a trans person. And they just immediately, oh, this person is transphobic. They call me a pedophile. They call me like just all this shit. And you know what I mean? I guess it played a role because of, you know what I mean, them being trans, and we have to, you know, it was just so many optics that played the role of for everybody to listen to this and just take my credibility away.
Villainize you
Yeah,
immediately.
immediately. And then the thing was, I go to prove it, pull all this shit out.
Yeah.
They erase everything. So they erase everything and it's gone. You know, there's people still running around trying to figure out these fucking lies instead of like, you know what I mean? Of all the proof I done put out, now I put the proof of this motherfucker stealing the money from me, hijacking my marches, coming to my house, scaring my kids. You know what I mean? They came to my house with a group of people, scared my kids, 2:00 in the morning, banging on my door. And it's like, bro, I'm from the hood, bro. I'm about to go out there with a knife and just get the stabbing. You know what I mean? You at my fucking house. Like, and a lot of these people are like with the you know what I mean? The think like that's why I said like, I'm from the hood, bro. My favorite activist was Nat Turner. You know what I mean? He killed motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So I'm not on no kumbaya shit. Not that I'm saying that I kill people, but I get up to that level. Like, I know like our revolution for us to get freedom is gonna have to come with a fight.
Malcolm X.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
By any means necessary.
By any means necessary. The people up top are never just gonna, hey, you know what? I'm gonna stop abusing them people now. You know what I mean? They're never gonna do that.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
Yeah. They've been getting off too far with it. You know what I mean? It's gonna have to be a fight.
It took a lot of blood for slavery to stop.
Yeah.
There was a lot of it needs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It has to.
And it wasn't just black people. You dig what I'm saying? It's going to have to be everybody to say, boom.
Everybody got to get
It's
together.
got to be
you know what I
everybody.
mean?
Everybody.
There's always
like,
one
put a stop.
person. There's always one person that gets sacrificed in these things.
Somebody
It
got to do it.
happens.
Somebody got to do it.
It
But
happens.
always.
But I believe, I don't know everybody's religion. I just believe it's a higher power, and I believe in the afterlife. And what we do here probably reflects into that. So I don't get all the way into religion because I believe that also divisive. If you don't, you know what I mean? Certain people's religion, if you don't follow them, you know what I mean? You go to hell. So I'm just like,
What you think about that, Grizzly?
About everything he just said.
About the religion, yeah.
Oh, well,
It's divisive. Sometimes it divides us.
yeah.
When it comes to religion and politics, bro,
oh man.
it's hard for us to get
Because religion
Yeah.
itself was man-made.
exactly.
You don't believe in God, Nisa?
I believe in God,
Yeah.
and I believe there was a Jesus. But I believe also that religion was man-made to control depending on their culture or whatever, and politics too. There's politics involved in it,
All right, I just want to say, all right, so look.
and money
I
involved.
don't want to get into no like no
Money
do you,
involved.
do you,
I'm just telling
Yeah,
y'all,
yeah.
right? I grew up like Christian, right?
Yes.
And then I started having my own, like when I told you I've been locked up a lot. So the first time, all right, so I was going to Sunday school and all that type of stuff. But my first time, like actually, like boom, reading the Bible and like understanding it, it was when I was in jail.
And I believe the Bible is true.
Okay.
It was inspired by God. However, they changed some things.
I agree.
It's just all right, so then it's just doing research. That's like, oh, what the hell? So when you figure out, I'm just saying, like, once you figure out that they use religion to control us, we all believe that it's a higher power. We all believe it's a God. We all believe it obviously comes somewhere from the sun, right? So we and that's what they all pray to. It's everything that we could go back and search. Everybody has some kind of religion, so we all believe in something, like some kind of like higher power. And there's people that don't believe in anything, and I did that too. But I do believe that it's an afterlife.
Do you believe the
If
Bible
if
helped
people
you throughout
if people
would have
if
All right,
people
yeah.
would have known,
All right, so when it comes to religion, right, it's however you connect through God. Is boom. That's how you connect through God. So if this is the way you connect through God through this religion, then that's, you know what I mean. If that's what feels right to you, then that's what feels right to you. Nobody can tell you no wrong. You know what I mean. I just don't get into it where people start beefing off of, you know what I mean.
You're not
So
supposed
we
to
all
beef
got different
about
stuff that we believe in. So when you start telling somebody that, oh, this is not right, or you got to do it my way, that's what we get messed up at. You know what I mean. And all these wars, like right now, we think it'd be off oil and all that type of stuff. Some of this should be, you know what I mean? Like it'd be a religious war. You know what I mean? Like that's what I think that's going on over there in the Middle East right now. I don't think that's like, yeah, we want their oil and shit like that, but I think like the way how you know Israel is so religious and all that, like you know what I mean, and how America is going crazy for the Christian joint, and when you just start looking at it, how Christianity is taking over. You know what I mean? It's about to take over there. It's about to be, yeah. Same thing in Africa. Africa is majority Christianity.
Isn't that Muslim? Right?
Nah. If you look at it, it's not. It's
No?
the majority of religion in Africa is Christianity right now. And it's you know what I mean? It's because of all the places that's colonized it. You got the French over there, you got the US over there. These are all Christianity.
Christians.
Yeah.
History.
So that's it. You think they're gonna have Muslim schools? No, they're gonna have Christian schools.
What was you saying?
History
David?
repeats itself, right? We saw what happened with the conquistadors, right? The whole South Latin America speaks Spanish from the conquistadors coming over from Europe and kind of like colonizing the region. Same with English. English is one of the most predominant languages. I used to look at the word as like a bad word, to be an influencer. But at a certain point, history only repeats itself. The English wanted to spread their religion, their language. The conquistadors wanted to spread their language, they'd rip down your idols, you know? We see with the Egyptians, not necessarily them, but chop the noses off of the people you worship, because that's like ridiculous. What do you mean there's only one God? It's our God. It's our language. So what he's saying is like history repeats itself. We've seen it before.
Do you believe in God?
I believe in a higher power. You know, I don't think we could come from anything other than life, being that there's so much life within us. You know, one of the things I look at is like Earth. You know, something that's dead cannot produce life. So even for me, like to break it down to a smaller level, it's like I personally look at like Earth as God for me. You know, something that is dead cannot produce life. People look at it as just a planet, just a rock. All this life comes from it. How can you exist? You know, if your mother wasn't alive, could she produce you? No. I feel like we come from Earth, and you know, not to get into a whole religious spill, but
A higher power.
Yeah.
There's something greater out there.
of course. course.
I believe you just.
So
go
do you
on from there,
believe
though.
there's a I believe there's a celestial life up there, and people not ready to understand that.
You think it's just one?
You know, the human being is not ready to understand that celestial life thing.
What do you mean celestial? Like
You know, there's a celestial
holy?
life
a holy life?
up there. You know,
Heaven, you mean?
yeah, where God
There is a heaven.
Jesus, you know, his angels, the same way. You know, if you believe in Satan, you have to believe in God.
I agree.
And there, the same way there's Illuminati, there's people for God too that come here. But people not ready to understand that. It's very complicated. Not a lot of people can visualize it and see that. And they don't want to accept it either.
But all right, and that's what I believe that we just live on as, you know what I mean, our souls, or however we start astral planing or whatever, we become spirits, become one with the earth. I do believe
Somebody got to be controlling that. That's God.
it's something
Like accountability, right, for our actions.
But
yeah,
don't
see,
they
that's
say
all I
that
think.
they gave us
That's
free
what I'm
will,
talking-
though?
Yeah, you got
If
free
you-
will. That's
free
what I'm
will
saying.
So
to
where's
If
the
you believe
accountability?
in the
Because we
devil,
get
you
to
got
choose. Free will is to be able to choose to do
choose
the right thing
who
or
you
the
wanna
wrong.
go with.
That's what free will is.
But there's no
He
higher
doesn't
power holding us accountable?
Yeah, he will. But
He
the
will.
thing is, he doesn't force us to do the right thing.
Mhm.
The free will is to say you can choose to follow, or you could choose to do your way and see where it ends at the end of everything.
What nobody
your
knows is
choices
what
are
happens
ultimately
after you
gonna
die.
decide where you land.
Nobody knows.
I just
Because
don't think
this
you
one
close your
says
eyes
one
and it's
thing,
just
the other
over.
one
I
says
think
another. But
something-
who knows? God is the only one that knows what happens after we die.
But
But
we
once
decide
you-
where we go.
Once you
No,
once you claim that
How we
We
it's,
live.
decide our life. Yes.
once
if we
you
want.
once you tell people that it's a heaven and it's a hell,
you lose them, right?
you already start, boom, you
Another
already
can of
control
worms.
them. Because I'm telling you right now, this is how you
Yeah.
get into heaven. You're gonna do everything I say to get into heaven. You know what I mean?
And don't do this or you're going to
Don't
hell.
do this
do
or you're
this?
gonna go here.
No.
So
You
I'm
think that-
already controlling you.
And that's
And
the
I'll just tell
thing.
you, right, with the Bible, right? If you just do the history on the Bible, and I'm just like, all right, the Bible, if you just do like, all right, when was the Bible made? That's what you ask, right? So when's the Bible made? And they tell you the Bible is supposed to be made 40 to 70, between 40 to 70 years after Jesus died.
The New Testament.
The New
See,
Testament.
what are we talking about?
Yeah.
You only
Yeah,
one
there's
Bible.
so
Like,
many.
Who wrote it?
It's a
Who wrote the
compl-
New
it's a-
Testament?
Okay, it's a compilation of many different books written in different time periods.
Yep.
So you have the Old Testament, and it has the first 5 books of Moses, which is the Pentateuch, and
Mm-hmm.
those are describing the beginning of the creation of man, the laws God instructed to the Israelites, the purpose of it explains about like the fall of man, sin, why the woman will always desire to be the head, or like where the strife between the man and the woman comes from. He made the man first. He made him from the dirt.
Yeah.
He put him to sleep. He took from his rib came
Rib,
woman. So she's not above or below him. She's
Oh,
from
that's
his
the Old
side.
Testament.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the Old
Old
Testament.
man
Testament
and a woman
describes
is
the origin, right, of
we're
man,
one.
and then the sin that entered through
Y'all know these books were they got changed by the different kings.
Yes,
of
that's what I'm saying.
Europe
It
who
was
saying that,
politics
boom,
involved.
all right,
We got
I wanna
different-
get- I wanna
They
get
make money
married
off
now,
of what?
But
The
this book is saying
cross.
I
They
can't
make
get
money
married,
off.
so I'm about to get married, and we're gonna make a new book.
Yeah.
So this is like, so when you got, that's what I'm saying. So when
No,
a
but the
man
real
has-
deal, they have it, and it's coming out little by little, because that's the way I guess God wanted it to be.
But no, but all right, so then that's what I'm saying, right? So the book, right? The book
So
is written.
people
40 to
today
70.
want
different,
proof.
but there's different. There's
But
different.
we used to go by faith before, right? People would follow God by faith. Now people want proof,
Yeah, people have always wanted proof.
but they used to go by faith and dreams, and God used to appear. But we don't have that.
We still get revelation through dreams.
Some
and
yeah, because
you know, of people
Some
and events.
people.
You know, I've heard people say, "Oh, I was in a desperate situation. I don't
Yeah.
believe, and I prayed, and then this happened." Right? Somebody answered. Right?
Mhm.
They called out to God. Right? So God has always been active in everybody's lives. It's just it's our choice to call to Him. You know, and then like with the Bible, there's different books because there's different time periods. You got the law, the description of how man was made. Then you have documentation of the prophets, which came after the law, the history of Israel, the history of the other nations, like and it could tell you why there's so much war now in the Middle East, because before Israel, that belonged to many different other groups that had their own gods, and they were always fighting for land, and then God chose Israel. Like there's a whole thing behind, like it's history, it's the law, and the
Yep.
prophets, right? The prophets were chosen by God to come and share, the testify that God is here, to repent, whatever, and prophesy his coming in the flesh and blood as Jesus in the future, right?
Yeah.
Like all that's
It's
just
not
the
that
prophets,
easy.
the law,
Trinity.
and
The
then
Bible,
the
to
New
understand the
Testament.
Bible, you got to do what, because I'm pretty
because
sure
it's
you
66
look
books,
into
right?
ancient times. You got to look into, I look a lot to National Geographic, which is really good. And it explains a lot. And then you put one on one together, but you got to have the capacity to do that. Not everybody, got
And
that
time and
capacity.
interest
I mean,
also,
I read it like 3 times, and you know what I mean.
Then you have the New Testament, which is like, it comes after the days of Jesus. Like the New Testament comes with the good news. The good news is the gift of salvation to all men, not just the Israelites.
Yeah.
The Old Testament was the law to Israel,
Mhm.
the example to set among Gentiles, which was every other nation, right? They had a law that was given to them. They followed it and they failed. And then in the New Testament, the Messiah came in the flesh and blood. The God of Israel came
Mhm.
and he followed the law perfectly to reconcile all mankind to him, not through blood or by lineage, but rather through the Spirit, by grace. He invites the whole world to follow him and to receive forgiveness, right? So the New Testament is like all these small books of like letters and also historical documentation of events that followed the birth of Jesus, and how prophecy written 1,000 years ago through King David tells of his coming and why he's fulfilling it word for word through Isaiah and through
Yeah.
Malachi and all these
It's really
prophets.
complicated.
It's a lot of, and then the great thing about Jesus is like his lineage. If you read back to the Old Testament, it goes all the way back to Adam and Eve. Then you have Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Then through Jacob came the 12 tribes, and then through the 12 tribes came the Levitical priesthood and the sacrificial system. Like it's a lot you have to like look at. Like Jesus wasn't just some dude. Like
Nope.
he's actually, his bloodline comes from kings like Solomon comes from David, and there's many other kings, and these kings have history, going to war with Babylon, which was at the time different. Like today Babylon would be considered, I don't know, like
New Orleans.
different different countries, right? But like, and there's maps too you got to look at. There's
Yeah, it's a lot.
and it's a lot of war for land.
But
It
there's
was,
four, ¿cómo se dice salmo?
Psalms.
and then
Salmo.
and then the Psalms were
There's 4 psalms that they haven't been able to change, and that's when Jesus came, which is, I think, is Marcus, Lucas. What Jesus told us to do.
that's the New Testament. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
New
the
Testament.
instruction. That's
Those
the instruction
4,
for
they haven't been
mankind.
able to change.
All right, so look. All right, first let me just ask y'all this question, right?
Mhm.
If you had your own religion, right? You had your own religion, right?
Mhm.
And somebody came to you
Mhm.
and said, "Nah, we're not gonna do this. We're gonna give y'all this book,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and we're wicked." If somebody wicked, somebody wicked,
Yeah, in the name of evil, they're gonna
came to
shove
you
that. Yeah.
and took your stuff from you.
Mm-hmm.
Took boom. All right, you're not studying. You had your own God in your religion,
Yeah.
right? And then boom, I'm taking this from you, and I'm going to give you. You're going to study my God in religion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or that's like me coming into somebody else's culture and saying, boom, oh no, you're gonna have black culture now. Take this, I'm taking this from
Yeah.
you.
Like Islam,
get what
I'm
you're
you
saying.
know?
snatching this. You know
Like
what I mean?
Islam taking over.
Yeah.
Like,
And
get what
I'll
you're
give you this book. So
or not Islam.
I mean,
any
I'm just
any
saying,
religion.
like, when I look at it as far as
Force feeding.
I got everything snatched. Like black people, we had our religion, our language, and everything snatched from Africa, and came over here and forced their way. And then they gave us the book. And then when they gave us that book, back in the day, they used to tell us, no. You pray to your God. You pray to your God. We got the same book, but they tell us, no, you pray to your God. You know what I mean? You're gonna worship this, but this is not your God. That was back in the days. They tell us that, but this is all you're gonna know, but this is not your God. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now they gotta tell us everything is. You know what I mean? You got to. You can't make that separation now. Who's gonna follow that? You know what I mean? But that's all they gave us back then. We had nothing else to follow. That's all we knew. In that book, it tells you if you're a slave to worship your slave owner as if they are God.
I mean, it doesn't technically say that. It's just how it was manipulated.
Talking about the Bible?
Yes.
It's the list of how to treat slaves, but we're slaves today because if you you got to look at modern English and then how it was back then. So the translation slave was like your worker. For example, we pay taxes to the government, right? Like we're property. We have for health care. You know, when we work for our employers, you know, they tax us. They deduct a lot of things from us for the state, like the cops, the ambulance, the firefighters. And we still have to pay more taxes on top of that. There's penalties. We have to pay for our own health care. Like, you know, we're slaves to the government.
Yeah.
The type of slaves they were talking about was not like the Atlantic slave trade instructions that these corrupt white men and, you know, sick people use. They used it, but the slaves were actually, slavery was willful, right? It was, I'm in a debt. I'm going to give myself over to work for this person. And there was instructions for them and there was instructions for the worker, or the slave. But for the slave owner, you had to provide a place for them to sleep, your worker and their family. You had to provide 3 meals. You had to take care of them, feed them, clothe them, health care. And that's where the Levitical priesthood, or the priests of those days, or of the synagogues, were in charge of that. They were the teachers of the children. They provided health care. It was like a whole community. So those instructions were the Old Testament instructions that people that misuse the Old Testament to enslave others in the future, like mishandled. That's where the misunderstanding comes from. That was an instruction for Israel to how to treat their slaves, right? And the rules for the slaves, the workers, right? The transatlantic slave trade, when that happened, they took that and they turned it into, no, you see, you have to do this. You have to submit. You have to follow your master. It was to dehumanize them. They took the whole word and they turned it into a religion for their own benefit at the cost of many people. And that's what sick religious lunatics do even today. And they bully you and they force feed you and they give you a to-do and not to-do list on how to be right with God. But that's not what God wants. God never gave us there's a natural knowledge of, if I smack Eli, there's gonna be consequences, right? Like,
and I don't know if it's God gonna be in it. I don't know.
Right?
God is gonna be responsible for that consequence.
Yes, wake up. So, you know, it's like there's natural consequences to things, right? And so I don't want to like steal too much time on that, but you know, it's good. That's where these cults come from. Like, there's a lot of Christian cults. There's a lot of racist Christians. There's a lot of legalistic Christians. There's a lot like Christianity is a scary concept, and because the religion, when people say you're Christian, they're like, oh, you think you're better than me? You're going to heaven. No, I deserve hell. I'm a bad person. I'm a liar. I'm a thief. I'm so many other filthy things, and I know that the only thing that can save me is God's mercy, because I'm a sinner and I'm wrong. And so then that's where you hear in the New Testament the gospel of who Jesus was, and that's a whole nother like teaching.
A lot of people say they know God, because you tell them, just because you ask them, well, who's
I'm a
who's
good
God?
Christian.
Oh, the Creator. It's not that simple. When you know God, and it takes me, I'm still learning. I'm still knowing Him. It takes a lot to know God.
I don't think nobody knows God, man. I don't
No,
think.
but
I don't
His
think.
purpose.
I don't think you gonna get to know him. I don't think you gonna get to know him the way
There are
you think you
people.
got to know.
There are people because
Like, but God knows you.
no, yes,
God knows you though.
I
He
could
knows
believe-
all of us.
No,
If
God
he's the
knows you,
creator,
and there's a purpose.
He knows you.
For
he
you to
knows
I
understand
believe that better than
purpose.
me knowing
Yeah,
who he
me,
be.
and he knows what you do.
Everybody has their own interpretation.
No,
of
and
what
there's a
God is to
purpose.
them.
But for you to understand the
That's a
purpose
problem.
I
of
agree,
why we're
David.
here, it's very complicated. You gotta study it. Like she had studied it, and I have too. But
I still don't.
I'm
know.
way like she explains it better than me. I explain it in the getaway. You know, she had like I explain it in a getaway. But you know, and that means she has done the same homework I've done, but you know, I'm
Different expressions.
different expressions, yeah. But she probably has seen the same thing I see, and but it's very complicated, and it's not that easy to know.
I might put you on the
God.
spot on this one, but if I'm not mistaken, not too long ago, I saw you with
Yes.
skirts and I'm
Yes.
going to church today, and the next day I saw
And I
you. No, I
loved
gotta
it.
go to church, and then the next day, no, I'm going to church. You love
Were you in the
people?
Because
Were you in the
the more-
Pentecostal?
yes.
Were you in a Pentecostal church?
No. What happens is what she was talking about. I felt controlled,
The traditions.
and
of
when
men.
there's a
The traditions
control,
of men.
You felt controlled in the church.
yeah, I saw something I didn't like.
Mhm.
And then what happens? That's when, you know, that's where Satan comes in and tricks you. You know, there's tricks. You know, to me, and you lose it a little bit. Yeah, you lose it a little bit and you lose a little bit of faith. Why? Because this person comes in and they start acting weird and doing stuff that you're like, well, God is supposed to, you know, you're not supposed to feel like this. They're supposed to help you. You know, and when you feel like they, you know, like because they love bomb you, and then when you in,
So did that
they
church you go
treat you
to?
a certain way.
Did that church you
you
go
know,
to? Did
No,
was
all
that-
churches
okay,
they do
but
that.
the one that you recently
Most
went
of
to,
them do,
were
yeah.
they like? Do you have to give a 10%?
No.
That 10% is another problem.
No,
'cause
no,
they
no,
use
no.
that
Problem?
Malachite there.
No, I'm not that stupid.
So you're
no.
not
Trying to
with it.
trick
You
you?
don't. You
Nope.
don't.
It's
No.
You're supposed to be a cheerful giver. You give from the heart what you
From
want,
the
and you
heart,
need to know.
what
I
you
need to
want
know
if
where
you
that's
want.
going. Are you helping the
Yes.
poor? Are we going to do
They'll
a jail
show you
ministry?
sometimes.
Yes.
Are we no?
They'll trick you. Like, yeah,
No.
we spent, but
Yeah. No,
We're supposed to be hands on,
they
but
take
we're
the
supposed
loot.
to be hands on, and then also it's not just within the building because they don't pay taxes, they don't pay electricity, like they got it good there. No, you go and you.
But like I
you
said,
go out
people
into
are
the
not
poor.
ready because there's a lot of narcissists. That's where a lot of
Yeah,
narcissists
there's a lot
come
of
in.
narcissists in the
People are
church.
entitled.
'Cause
And if you
it's
tell
power.
a person for you to go to heaven or whatever, because we don't know yet, you got to do this, that, the other. Why? I deserve. I'm God's son. Yeah, but it doesn't work like that. You got to take accountability for the things you do. Right now, I don't even feel like
Who's to blame for you stopping going to church? The pastor, the actual church,
me.
Wait, what?
for leaving, for like not going back.
Me, because I don't have to. I'm supposed to have willpower and say I didn't come here for him, her, what she did, me.
You could pray in your house.
I'm here.
Relationship.
Church is supposed to be somewhere where they
Community.
give you
Community.
yes, and they give
You
you
feel safe.
like more energy to continue.
To exhort,
to,
to uplift,
you know,
to correct,
Yeah,
in love,
and
in
teach you how
gentleness.
to live.
So
whatever.
what they gave you
'Cause
instead of that?
always
What
need-
did you see
the
that they was
Bible
giving?
is a guide.
It is a guide.
Also,
What did
to how
you
to
see?
live.
What did you
Yeah,
see
We're
that the
trying to
church
say
was
basic
giving?
instructions before leaving Earth.
yes,
Yeah,
basic.
yeah.
If they would, if they would have, they would have gone by the Bible, we wouldn't need presidents. We wouldn't need, and that's why politics came in and the presidents
But
came in and
we
they
would
took
still
over
face
and they started
persecution,
changing.
though, 'cause,
You know what I mean?
You know, the Bible says we're gonna be persecuted, we're gonna be rejected, we're gonna be the outcasts, we're gonna be excluded, we're gonna be hated by the world.
Yes.
Jesus told us we're gonna
The
be
truth.
hated by
Can
everybody.
you
When you,
just-
what
yo.
happens when you say the truth?
Listen,
Let's
listen.
go
No,
there.
no.
But
Wait.
what happens? Because right
Can
now,
you hold
wait a
hold
minute,
it.
wait a
No,
minute.
you wait.
oh
Hold it.
wait, because you
No,
talk
you
and then when
wait.
I want to talk shit,
Day.
hold
You
on.
always interrupt her.
No,
And him.
no, I didn't. I was here quiet for a long time. What are you talking about?
She was quiet.
I was quiet,
She was
bro.
quiet.
I was
It's only
super
one
quiet.
person that been quiet here, and everybody knows. And it must be David.
Not a beep.
David said like 5
I've
words.
been quiet. She was talking. I was listening because she was saying everything that I didn't even have to say
The
because she
quiet
was
before
saying
the
it.
storm.
So you talking out your mouth.
Okay, so now what I was gonna
Forget
say is,
it.
can you just be honest with the people and let us know if the pastor was blowing kiss at you, or, you know what I mean? Just
know. I don't know
between
about
us,
pastors.
between us, or whoever was leading the church.
I
Did
don't.
you feel
The church I went to, they don't have no pastor.
any eyes on you, like they was
No.
looking at you?
I don't believe in pastors.
The preacher.
I don't believe in that.
So how do you call the guy that's teaching you about the Bible, about the book, about
Mm-hmm.
the Lord, how do you call him? A priest, a preacher, a pastor?
Well, in the church I went to, they call them ancianos or whoever's.
Oh, elder?
And they,
Elder.
elder. Because they need to know. You can't just put somebody up there that doesn't know.
Was the elder
'Cause
kicking it
that's
to you on the low?
Are you native? Are you native?
No?
That happens a lot.
Are you
That happens a
It happens a
lot.
lot?
Native American.
I
I just
that
asked because you
happen to
said elder.
I don't know. I'm Puerto Rican. Yeah.
Okay.
Shoot. I got black, white.
So you
and
never
Indian.
had that experience?
No.
I did.
Okay, please.
I did.
Tell me everything.
I'm about to blow. Nah, he has so many. Like he is what you call a mega narcissist. But forgive me, God, because it is slander. But I mean, it wasn't my experience. I went to this church. This is like a super famous pastor. Maybe I'll drop his name, but
Super famous, and you're not gonna tell the people who he beat?
there's the repercussions. You know, it's so
Well, he
bad.
gotta stop doing what he's doing.
Nobody.
He's probably doing the same shit right
These
now because
people-
you or the other victims never said, listen,
Yeah.
he
He's
did
gonna-
this, and he's gonna keep on doing it until somebody puts a stop on
And
it.
there's gonna be
Take
a
one.
day where he's gonna be held accountable, and I trust that because they usually dig their own the pit they fall into. They dig themselves if they keep going.
Okay, so tell us.
And so this guy is a big name in the
I won't even
in the
ask the
preacher world.
question.
Like he's like, no, you can, yeah. You
No.
can.
Because then they'll say I interrupt.
You're interrupting us.
Oh no!
I'm taking, come on. It wasn't all that.
He's activist?
Some type of way. You
Oh,
feeling
yeah.
some type of way?
The preacher of the
My
Bible.
baby.
Some
Yeah,
type
he's still
of way.
going. He's very big right now. He's
You
As
heard?
far as activism.
like not like with what you're doing or what we do. He's just a preacher. He's a pastor, but
Okay.
he has like a big name. He's like a big name online. Like,
Is he black?
yes.
Oh, shit.
And
Is
I was
You
just
have an idea? Oh, he got an idea.
it Reverend McCall?
no.
Okay, all right.
it wasn't-
I never heard of him, but he's his name is David, but I'm not gonna say his last name.
Okay.
But
David, out on the block, David.
David.
Yo, Dave, have you ever been a pastor, Dave?
Nah, thankfully not.
No.
Okay, tell us.
I was thirsty for like knowledge, and I saw like his ministry online. He was reaching out, like he was doing a lot of outreach, like he was preaching to a lot of people outside. He was very knowledgeable of the word, and I had a lot of questions. And he was coming to the city from Canada all the time to do teachings in the city. And he came off really nice, and I was learning some things. He was answering my questions because I was doubting a lot of things about sin, hell, like eternal life, who is Jesus, whatever. And he discipled me, but he started getting weird. And he used to get like this big van and take everyone home, and he started taking me home last, right?
Oh, kiddo.
And then one day,
There's
he
a
took
lot
me
of
home
false
last,
religions.
Yeah, and then somehow he didn't have anywhere to stay, right? And I went home, right? I went home, but he parked outside my house and he slept out there.
What?
And then I went to work the next day.
He's a
And
pastor, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't. That's
and,
why I don't
and
believe in pastors.
they make a lot of money. They get a lot of
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
I found out. My mom,
Travels all the way from Canada. How you not gonna have enough for a $60 room?
yeah, and he waited until I went to work, and then he saw my poor mom. She doesn't speak English or nothing, and she knew I idolized this man. I put him above, like I put him on a pedestal, and I was like, the pastor's so cool. This pastor, I'm learning this and that, mom, this. So anyway, she saw him and she's like, oh my gosh, he stayed outside. So she's like, does he need to use the bathroom? What happened?
Okay.
So I'm
Doors are
gone.
opening.
So he came in and then he's like, thank you, and this and that. And there was an empty room. So she called me. She's like, yo, the pastor, he slept outside. Poor guy, this and that. I told him so he could stay in that room because he's your friend, right?
Damn, he couldn't wait.
So then I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. Then when I came out from work, he's like, look, sister, I'm just gonna be here for a few days. Like I hope you don't mind, whatever. And I was like, yeah, sure, it's fine. I still gotta work. And then he started offering to take me to work, but he made me late on purpose. And I told him I had to open the store. And I'm like, if I open late, that's a $10,000 fine because it's in a big mall, like where you.
That's where my bitch comes in.
He made me
because I don't
late.
care who it is.
And then
right there.
Then he sent flowers and he's like, listen, somebody likes you, whatever. Like it was like a letter, like he liked me, and there's nothing wrong with you liking someone, but you're a pastor, right? And like I'm new to the faith.
But he sent you the flowers under his. You knew it was him.
It didn't say it was from
anonymously.
It was anonymous, but I knew it was him, right?
This is why he's still staying in your house.
Yeah. So I was angry. And then I also felt like, and now he's in my house. And now
the flowers came to your house?
They came to my job.
Oh, shoot.
So then everybody saw that. And then after that, he made me an offer. He, like, when I got back, he's like, I was a lot skinnier back then. But he used to say I was fat. Like, he's like, you're looking kind of fat. I could help you. I could pay for your gym membership. I get donations. And I could pay for that with the donations from the church. So I just made a mental note of everything. And he started offering things like that. And I was like, no, I'm okay. But I started feeling bad about myself. I started believing what he was saying. And I started feeling like, damn, maybe I got to stop eating. And maybe he's right. And then as the days went on, he kept trying to guilt me about things. He's like, if you don't, I had a dream. This is where he got me. He said, I had a dream last night that you died because you didn't marry me. And God wants. And
we got an amen for that one. Amen, Lord Jesus.
There's a lot more stuff that happened, but I'm going to make it short because I like listening to what you guys have to say.
I had a dream. And you
that I died because I didn't move to Canada.
Can I talk? Can I say something about that?
Please.
I want to hear the whole story though.
No.
Stop interrupting her because I'm over here all into the story.
Also, go ahead.
Don't start talking about Venezuela, Chávez, Cuba, none of that shit.
Okay, no, so forget
Puerto Rico.
No, go ahead.
Don't do that, I see
No,
it.
go ahead. Yeah. I won't come ever. No. Get the fuck out of here.
Go ahead.
No.
Please,
That's it.
Please.
No, keep on.
I feel bad now.
No, go ahead, keep on.
What did I do? Did I do something wrong?
Go ahead, Eli.
He was messing with you.
Go ahead.
I really want to hear what you have to say.
Right.
Me too.
Yeah,
I already forgot.
We're waiting on you.
I genuinely do want to know.
No, I forgot. For real.
What was you saying? You probably forgot too, huh?
About the dream?
Oh yeah, that's where we was at. The dream.
So I was like, what is this? Like, what the hell? You're a pastor. And then he started just from there on, it was just weird because I knew how he felt. Oh, he wrote me a poem, like a Facebook like rap about that he wants me or something. It was weird. I was like, listen, just when are you leaving? And then he's like, I'm leaving tomorrow. I want to make things right. I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, it's too late. I'm already uncomfortable. And then he's like, look, I like you. I'm like, but I don't like you. And you told me I was gonna die if I don't marry you, and I don't want to marry you. And I was turning 26 at the time, and he was like in his mid 30s, and he said to me, "You're getting old. You look old. You're fat. You look, like you're aging fast, and you're not gonna find somebody. And if you reject what God has for you." And then I knew he was doing all the mind
I'm
work.
sorry to interrupt you. That's so, and that's what ruins all movements, right? People get caught up in themselves, like you said, narcissistic. This is what makes people feel like people who protest aren't for the cause. People who
there's no
are
trust.
approaching it from an activist standpoint aren't for the cause. You start looking and you start seeing like, wow, they're using their influence to try to manipulate me and others into getting what they want. And that's the scary part that hurts all of us as a community.
Yeah. It was
They get you on your weak point. You know what I mean?
Vulnerable.
And it's
Naive.
scary because
Well,
I don't even think it was a weak point for her. she's seeking
She was-
knowledge,
Exactly. I was thirsty for
and
it.
this
Words, not even a weak
individual
point.
is taking complete advantage.
Oh, yeah.
You're old. You're 26. You're old.
You're fat.
It's
Yeah,
a level of
yeah, it messed
insanity
me
that
up.
you
Yeah.
can't.
God
messed
send
me
me a
up.
message.
Yeah,
you gotta
you're gonna
marry
die.
me.
You're gonna die.
If you don't
scary.
marry me, you're gonna die. That was God.
Yeah, and then
And
my
I-
mom was having nightmares that he was attacking her and telling her that she was holding me back. Like my mom was getting attacked. It was weird. Like this guy had like
It's
some
not weird.
influence.
It's narcissistic behavior. He's
Yeah,
trying to separate you from.
isolate me
guardian.
from my guardian. And so I caught on, and I cursed him out. And like I was like, yo, like you're not a real pastor. You know what I wanted to learn from you. I looked up to you. I really prayed. I was like, God, send that pastor my way, and I want to learn from him. And I feel like God put that pastor in my life to show me like you can't idolize man, and you can't believe man. You have to look for me. And that was the biggest lesson of my life, because when he left, 3 months later he got married. 3 months later he got married. So that means he was already
already with
he was
somebody,
playing that
yeah.
game with other
Just to-
females
just-
in the church.
Yeah.
Either to catch the first one or just to get to you,
Yeah.
to sleep with you, and then keep it moving.
Yep.
I said that's what made me leave Christianity.
You got
Pastor.
hurt by what the
Yeah.
people were doing.
Somebody dropped weed in the church, and the pastor, you know what I mean? Me and the pastor was like this. So he cut me off because I was a hood nigga in the church, and everybody thought, you know what I mean? I dropped the weed. I didn't drop the weed. You know what I mean? The weed was like 3 rows behind me, but it's just like, you know what I mean? When the weed got dropped, everybody was like, boom. It was like an oratorical going on, so it was like 3 different churches in there, and then I'm sitting next to a damn deacon. Me and the deacon was cool, so I'm sitting next to the deacon, and you know what I mean? Somebody tapped me on my shoulder like, yo, somebody dropped this in the church, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh shit, I don't know whose it is. And I smoked weed at the time, and I guess that was it too.
Mhm.
But you know what I mean? I didn't drop no weed in church. And I seen people running around and shit like that, running around, and then like by the time it like got to they had like an intermission. We came to the intermission. You know what I mean? One of the younger kids came up to me and was like, "Did you drop it?" I'm like, "Damn, they telling the younger kids that I dropped the weed. It's all this shit." You know what I mean? And everybody was treating me like I did it, so I left right then and there. I'm out. You know what I mean? And then I started going back to church after that. This nigga still treating me like I did something wrong. Wait a minute, you the pastor, motherfucker. You're not gonna talk to me. You're not gonna like, you know what I mean? Figure this
Even
shit
if
out.
you if you thought you did it, it's still forgiveness.
Yeah, you hate me for weed, my nigga. Like, all right, so what's going on? Like, oh shit, I don't know if I can make it through this shit. I'd just rather just go to hell or just quit this shit.
You're not going to
Figure
hell,
out something
man.
else that's gonna make
not
me
for that,
happy.
no.
Nah, I mean, I'm just like, yeah, that's like,
It's a bad experience, yeah.
yeah, it was a bad experience, and then like just like I said, me like looking back at just doing the history on it, and just knowing that, all right, when Christianity, all right, when did this start? So it was other religions before this got started.
That triggered that though,
You know what I
right?
mean?
Like that
Yeah,
experience.
that triggered like made me
that.
want to look at into everything.
I just
Then
wanna
before
tell
know
you
I
I'm
was
sorry.
attacking. Yeah,
I'm sorry because
Yeah.
I wouldn't have
'Cause I
allowed
was in
that.
there. I got baptized and all that other shit. You know what I mean? I was bought in. I bought in. Goddamn it.
No,
So
no,
it's
you
like
were
when that
you
shit,
believed.
like,
You
yeah.
believed.
So then I was like, what the fuck? What kind of purpose or principles are y'all on?
What kind of community
You know what I mean?
shuns you
yeah.
for something that first of all you didn't do, and then
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I have a question
Yes.
for you.
Go ahead, y'all keep talking.
No, but I have a question for
I'm
you.
not gonna answer.
Come back.
You can't
to
do
us.
this to us, our host.
Sorry.
Come back.
Go ahead.
I have a question for you.
No, y'all got it.
What we gonna do, my babes? What can I do? What can I do to make her happy? You as a female, can I say anything? I'm
I'm
sorry.
being professional and staying here because I could have left. Go ahead.
Yeah, the video's gonna go viral if you leave.
I could go.
Please
oh,
don't.
No,
okay.
don't do that.
Don't
Don't
do
do
that.
that. Don't do that.
We need you.
Please.
Come on,
Oh,
don't
okay.
do that.
So it could go
I've been
viral.
enjoying-
She did
I've-
all
I might not
that.
upload it.
I've been
joking.
enjoying your
So you
commentary.
upload it? No.
yeah, look, she
upload
did
it.
a lot of homework. Like she
No.
really,
Yeah, you the
fine.
only person here with this, right? Come
Yo,
on.
she
You're gonna do
really
that to
went
leave.
in
I,
for
could've- I
this.
was quiet the whole time.
But I thought you was a
He
warrior.
told me-
I thought
he
you was a
said-
warrior. No, I'm
he
Boricua.
said-
I'm Puerto Rican.
said-
Blah blah blah.
Oh, well, this is a
You gonna
different
cry me? You
podcast.
gonna cry?
No,
Come on.
this is a different podcast. You know, that's serious shit.
What?
So what they talking about? You know,
Well,
so
we
I
all
wasn't
talking
gonna
about
do. You know.
serious shit.
No,
I asked
this
you
is
about. I
serious
first went to you about your
No.
church. You started it. We started with you.
You told
And we
me
moved on to
when
her.
he started, before it started, he said, ask all the questions. You can do this, you can interrupt, you can do that.
Of
And
course.
now then he came with something else. You're
'Cause I
gonna
can do
see
the same
it.
thing.
You're gonna go back
I can
and
do
you're
the
gonna
same
see
thing
what
too.
you did. Get the fuck out of here.
Nisa, if you can interrupt, I tell you, you can.
But you're not gonna
But
say,
I can do
oh,
it too.
You didn't. You not. And I'm trying to ask her a question.
So go and ask her.
then all of a sudden, like what I was gonna say, it wasn't important. Get out of
Yes,
here.
it is.
You can ask
It
her.
is.
Yes, it is.
No, but I already forgot.
I understand, but what I'm saying is that you
I'm
say
in
you're.
menopause, dude.
That's
you
okay.
Can't just interrupt me like that.
What I'm. Nisa,
You brought us back.
No.
we're back. We're
Acting
back.
everybody
stupid
Hey, yo, we're
today
back,
for
my
some
pig.
reason.
We're back, my pet.
Shoot.
But if I
Nisa's
tell you,
back.
I'm not like God either. You know what I mean? I'm not God. And
But
you
I
said-
was gonna ask a question.
So ask the question no
You
matter
said,
what I say.
Ask the question.
So
You
ask
came
it.
out with, no, but you the
Get it?
boss.
So I'm not no boss. I'm your boy.
He did that.
I'm not no boss. I'm your
not
boy.
crazy, you narcissist.
There you go. That's you. That's her, my bitch. She's back. We got her back. We got her back. Thanks for that. Yo, my babes.
Pass her the mic. Pass her the mic.
Yeah, can I ask you the question now? Now that we're
And
back.
I stood quiet because I didn't want to say, he the boss at the end
No,
of
no,
the
no,
day.
don't take it like that. Don't take it like that.
But,
I'm your
I
boy.
don't want to disrespect you because I was going to send you
Go
to
do
hell.
your. Send me there.
no.
Oh.
Jesus, I'm gonna have to like be behind the camera.
When I'm quiet, that's because I'm mad. Because when I'm talking shit, I'm not mad.
Okay, can I ask you the question? Because I really want to know.
No, but I forgot everything I was going to. It was in the moment. I'm in menopause, dude. I keep telling you that shit. It was in the moment.
You're
She
looking
said
at me like I did
something.
something wrong too.
No, you did. You gotta look back in the video.
Did I do something wrong, my
That
baby?
you did something wrong.
he
But
was-
anyway, and she even everybody was feeling bad, and you trying to embarrass me in a
30
fucking
years
podcast?
old, you're in
You
menopause.
serious?
I don't believe she's just.
Fuck outta here. I'm in menopause.
How old are you? 30? I know I'm
No,
not supposed to ask you.
I'm
but
51.
Come on.
I got 4 grandchildren. What?
Can't tell.
Yeah.
You heard
Menopause, man.
51 who?
Yes, I gotta have it
Yeah,
in the
who? Where?
moment.
51 where?
Right?
Who?
I don't believe that either.
They look the same age, right?
Maybe. Huh? I got.
Maybe I'm older.
How? Yeah. How? No, I got children that are 30-something years old.
Oh, talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask my goddamn question?
Go ahead, narcissistic ass.
That was my question. What is a narcissist?
You. That's a narcissist. You. Zay.
Wrong time for the question, my baby. I should have waited for another. episode.
Yes.
What's a narcissist? Tell me what, so I can know what I am. But tell the people, and because I know you have a perspective of it. It was very close to you, to your home.
It was close to hers too.
So I want to hear it.
No, I was born in it. My mom was a narcissist.
What's a narcissist?
She is.
And why do I only hear this from females?
No.
No, there's female.
women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why I've never heard a man talking about he's narcissist.
When you hear the definition of what a narcissist is, you're gonna think back on other females you've dealt with and say she was a narcissist.
But I never heard a man saying
They
she
don't-
was a narcissist. Or,
there
And
are
we
men
in a
that say that.
podcast. This is to help people, okay? Because he interrupted me.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I want to tell people not to ever trust another human being. When if you want to pray to God, you don't need a mediator. That's just point blank.
Talk.
You could sit in the toilet and you could talk to God. You can do whatever you can talk to God. You don't need a mediator, and
Your
you don't have
body's
to
your
tell
temple.
nobody your sins.
And that's
As
why
long as
stopped
you
going to
tell,
church. I respect
yes,
that,
you
Queen.
as long as you God knows if you repented for real. You know, nobody has to tell you you repented. No, you can do it on your own, and He knows, and you can feel it. If you feel it, then that means He forgave you. That's all I wanted to say.
Grizzly Bear, what is a narcissist?
What is a narcissist?
Yes, because let me be honest with the people. I've heard it from you a couple of times. I've heard it from a couple of
Eli.
other females. When they feel uncomfortable, they call me a narcissist.
No, It's not only
Now-
feeling uncomfortable.
Okay, but I would like to understand the word narcissist. Is that like a racist? Is that somebody who's powerful?
Somebody that
Steps on
they got a
people.
power trip. That's well, you don't have to have all the todos los características, whatever you call it in English. I'm Spanglish.
Is that
so
a somebody
Oh, what
really?
you just say right there,
all
though?
the how you say that?
Characteristics.
Yeah.
Characteristics, okay.
So you don't have to have all of them, but yeah, most of them, like 8 out of 10. Yeah.
8 out of 10. So I got 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's a narcissist.
You
Can
never,
I have those 8, please?
you don't take accountability. You will never.
One.
That's one. You gaslight.
2,
2. You deflect.
3.
Name
Those
one.
are the couple.
That's
that
the
I
first
got
3.
off the. No, there's more though.
But with 3, I'm not a narcissist. 3 is Gucci.
No, but there's more. Go ahead. She knows a lot.
What's
Go ahead,
in your opinion? And since when that word's been around? Because I don't think 20 years ago that word was a
because
thing.
we felt some kind of way, but
We
we
as
didn't.
females.
We didn't. No, a lot of people, not females only, males too. They felt some kind of way, and we just didn't know what it was. Now people put a name on it. Now we can say, okay, is
put
this?
a label on it now?
Okay, so what are the signs of a narcissistic human being? Because if it's not only females, I'm gonna call it a human narcissist. What are the signs so I know?
You don't care about. It's coming. You don't care about somebody else's feelings. You
Or-
care about yourself. So everything you do, you don't do it thinking about other people. You do it thinking about you.
That's selfish.
What you can also,
Yeah.
but selfishness comes into
That's selfish.
narcissistic.
That's what it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
it's
one part
Kinda
of
like
selfish.
that.
It's a
Yeah.
selfish personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a disorder, I guess.
Are narcissistic people successful?
Yes.
Extremely. They're one of the
Extremely.
best.
word?
Yes.
Extremely successful.
So I'm not.
They
I'm
don't-
not a narcissist in my pants. I'm broke. You heard? I'm broke. I'm not a narcissist.
You could be.
Thank God.
No, you could be both. You
He's
could
on
be
his way.
narcissistic.
He's on his way.
Yeah, he's on his
I'm on my way. Yo,
way.
stop playing with me. I done hit the brakes. Okay. Hold up.
No, you can be successful. They are successful, and they are also not successful.
True.
And they get in a lot of trouble.
Probably successful but miserable at the same time.
Unless
They-
they're
they-
covert.
Yeah, they could get. Yeah, exactly.
There's
'Cause
different types.
I call it covert instead of, but you said
covert. Yeah, covert.
Covert.
What's that? Hidden.
No,
covert?
because there's different types of narcissists
Different, yeah. Different
behaviors.
Levels.
There's different
Yeah.
categories. Yeah, there's there's malignant.
That's a new world. Man. That's a whole world.
It's interesting to study though. Like you
Oh,
have
yeah,
the
no.
covert, which are mostly religious people that they hide behind religion to be nice,
Yes.
but they know how to manipulate and get like you. They get like we like they could smell. They have a sense for
Vulnerability.
vulnerable people.
Yes.
And they find out like I was in the target. Yeah, like the pastor.
It's
Naive.
calling
They
him
look for
shit.
naive people that they can just rewire to what they want and guilt them if
Yeah.
like they look for codependent people or people with mommy or daddy issues that
Yeah.
like they needed love or something and they like offer that but then they take it from you
Mhm.
so you feel like you did something wrong and you fight for that and so now they have their control because now it's like, oh, you need me now.
But that's where they
you-
love bomb you. They love bomb you
so there's
first
stages,
because they
yeah.
study you. They give you everything, and you feel damn.
And then
You know.
they take it
So
from
that's why I
under you.
believe in too good to be true is not good. When I see someone that's too good, I'm like, yeah, bullshit.
This
Oh
could
my-
be a manipulation
there's nobody
tactic to
perfect.
drop your guard so they can program you and break you so that
Yeah.
that way they can mold you to what you need they need you to be.
Mm-hmm.
Then after they've sucked you dry of your finances or your attention because they need a lot of like their ego needs to be stroked a lot. Once they've gotten what they need, the supply, and they see a new potential supply, they discard you and that's where they can ghost you after years of like you'll hear like you were together and they ghost you or they dump you or they triangulate and then they go for the new supply
Yeah.
and then try it and then leave you like devastated trying to get back and they feel good off of that off of they're sadistic.
feed
Some of
into
them are
that.
very sadistic and they get pleasure off of
Seeing
knowing
you
that they
hurt.
can break you,
Yes.
especially if you're like a charismatic or an attractive person. Their goal is I gotta put that out because I need to be the center of attention or she looks good or he looks good, I'm gonna break them. They don't say that. That's just what they're gonna do.
Now, a
And they prey on-
sociopath is always narcissistic, but a narcissist is not always sociopath.
Yeah, I think, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, I do.
Can you two ladies please to the audience before we go give them an advice on what to do if they are dealing with a narcissist?
Go ahead.
Okay,
Start.
thank
and
you.
then I'll do the.
I know you're an expert on that. He
You
mentioned it.
too.
So, well, if you suspect that you are a victim of a narcissist or you have a narcissistic, it could be a parent, it could be a sibling, it could be a friend, or if you're in a narcissistic relationship, the signs of abuse can be anywhere from you feel like you can't talk to anyone because they'll be upset, or you have to validate them a lot, but yet you're not getting any type of validation in return.
What do you think they should do?
If they're in that,
Yeah.
you need to get away. But
Can a narcissist be reversed? Like, can you fix them up? Like, yo,
no,
awoken?
No.
And turn out to be.
there has to be a lot of like they need to recognize that, and for them, they don't like that they're cowards, like they're afraid of confronting that part of themselves. They run from that, so that's why they cut people and they go from town to town.
They
They
deflect.
reinvent themselves,
Yes.
or they just ghost, like they ghost completely, and they would rather start over and play the same game with new
So the
crowd.
solution
no
is
crowd.
move
You
away.
have to run, but
Move
that's
away.
the problem. Is most of the time the victims can't because they depend on them because they've already broken them, whether it's financially and said you don't have to work, I'll take care of you, stay here,
or maybe they have children
or they
together.
have kids. You know, it could be financial reasons, it could be pressures from the family. Like there's a lot of reasons why a lot of people stay. Mostly it's fear or not feeling like you can ever do better than them, because they get you to that point. I was at that point at one point. You will never be lovable. You're not enough, and only they can do that for you. And so that makes you like they make you believe that. And so it's really hard. You need to get help.
Yeah, they mess up
How
your.
did you get away from
How did I get away?
narcissists?
I got away from everybody. I'm a loner right now.
It helps.
What's your advice for those who have
I
a
just be with my dogs.
narcissistic person in their life or their family? What's your advice? Is there any other advice? Just run for your life.
You study what I do is you study the red flags.
Yes,
Once
ma'am.
there's one red flag, don't give them a benefit of the doubt. Because usually women want to change a man or want to change someone.
Or hang on to hope.
Yeah, you can't change nobody. Once you feel funny and you feel some kind of way, then that means that you're right most of the time.
But the cognitive dissonance that happens, your brain starts to say, no, you're overreacting. Because another thing they do is they trick you into thinking maybe you are asking for too much.
They also tell
maybe
you.
you're
They
doing
be like,
too much.
oh, you're so dramatic. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
and like they'll see you crying and having a breakdown and say, like they're stone, like they're just like, are you done? You're being dramatic, and so you start to they make you question your own reality.
Your own reality.
They're masters at like breaking your mind. So where
It's like whatever you say is not important.
nothing you have,
Nothing you
like,
say is important.
there's no value to anything, but their life is like the center. You have
Yes.
to do everything, and you're so caught up in that you don't realize you're losing yourself trying to hold on to something and keep someone,
making them happy.
because they're constantly pushing back the goalposts. So you could, when you try to strive to please them, they'll find one thing wrong, and then that messes with your psychology to say, I gotta try harder. This person is helping me, and they're
Well,
not. They're using
where I
you.
stopped was I don't try. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, because you learned.
But I learned.
identified
It
them.
took me a long time to get here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have no type of empathy. They don't feel like they don't feel guilt or remorse if they've cheated, or if they hurt you, they'll say, you made me do it, to get the guilt off of them and carry on. And you have
Is
to.
there any studies that told us about male or female? What's the majority?
No, it's the same. It's both.
Same thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
They
The
could be
problem
males,
is
they
that
could be
when
female.
a man is like that, it's more dangerous than a woman.
They hide it better. They
And
mask
and
it
they
better.
they do harm to women.
They kill their
Mhm.
but the women just, they cause the man to kill himself usually.
Yeah, so the women is worse.
No.
Yeah, y'all worse. You
don't
cause a man to take his life. Y'all worse. You hear me?
Okay,
Before we
fine.
leave, my peeps, I
It's
really
true.
want to.
That's what a narcissist is. They always got like that.
No.
Yeah.
A
Because
narcissist.
they'll say they won't want to take accountability. That's the
But
thing.
I was just about to apologize. Narcissists.
Yeah,
do that
right,
too?
right.
They do that too.
They could be fake apologies. So
Oh, they.
stop playing.
How the heck can I make a real apology?
They could fake apologies.
God, so I'm not gonna do nothing.
There's different types. There's covert, there's malignant. There's like 4 or 5 different. The coverts are, they pretend to be nice people.
Yeah.
And then you have the ones that straight up will just punch their spouse.
What's the
straight
most
up.
dangerous one?
The malignant, because they're the ones that kill.
Yeah.
And they're
Malignant?
openly. Malignant narcissist is like openly like controlling,
But they
manipulative,
sloppy.
abusive. And
They real sloppy. Sociopaths.
yeah, it's easier to spot those. They're the ones that are beating on their girls, and then people are like, why don't they leave him? And then the girl will say, no, I was exaggerating. It was my fault. It's because he already broke her. Like, when you see that, she's either gonna die or like she has to know she has to acknowledge this person is not right, and they've manipulated me into staying, and I'm codependent, and I feel like I can't live without them.
Those
And I have
are-
to run.
That's what happened to my daughter.
Those are the ones that's why I tell people like my man came out here.
It's cold in here. I'm
All right,
freezing.
so
Right?
in 2019,
Yeah.
I'm still living in New Jersey. My man came out
Cheap
here
with the heat.
to a rave. You know what I mean?
You gonna keep interrupting the men talking, bro? Like seriously, bro. This is some crazy shit.
I'm just
And that
calling
is
it
my
out.
fault, right?
There we
And that
go.
is my fault.
I'm shaking it.
Yeah, but my man is talking.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean? It's
listening.
like,
I'm shaking.
God.
I'm shaking.
I was saying,
No, first he was talking and you was on the phone.
up.
You was on TikTok. Like
No, I
he's nobody.
wasn't.
Like he ain't worth
I
shit.
was listening. No, you see, you know what he's doing right now, right?
I'm a narcissist.
He's
Yeah, he's deflecting.
I'm a narcissist.
Thank you.
I'm a
He's
narcissist.
He's trying
Deflected.
to put himself like he didn't do anything, and now he's the mad. He's the one mad now. Get the hell out of here with that. I was on texting because you didn't want me to give opinions and talk, so I went on the phone.
It's always the right
But
time.
I was listening
It's
because I
always-
do listen. I'm not like you.
You hit that like button yet? Yo, oh no, before we leave, I have one question for David.
He
David.
didn't finish what he was saying.
Oh, so that was
Thank
me
you.
interrupting?
Yes. Now he interrupt. You know what I mean? He was more trying to see what I'm doing instead of him. Pay attention to him. Don't worry about me.
Continue. My bad, yo, my bad.
Real quick,
Go ahead,
real
do you
quick.
think?
No, they came out here for a rave, and then him and his brother went outside. And when he came outside, he seen like a dude outside smacking around this girl, and he tried to break it up. And when he went to go break it up, the girl jumped in it, and they started beating his ass. You know what I mean? And so
They turned together.
They turned on him. He didn't stop. So that's what I'm saying when you saying like boom, like that's the malignant. Like all right, so
Yeah.
maybe she's
She's
with a
so
nigga.
brainwashed.
Yeah, so brainwashed
Yeah.
that she like oh.
Yep.
She like, nah, this is my man. Fuck
You
it.
can't say
We
it,
can fight,
motherfucker.
but fuck you.
Yep.
He could kill me, but fuck
Yeah,
you.
because I did it to myself, so it's okay. Like, he's just correcting me because I brought
It's
it up
my
on
fault. Yeah,
myself.
it's my fault
Yeah,
that he's
it's fine.
screaming at
That's
me.
one of the
Malignant,
Yeah.
they
That's-
manipulate so bad that the woman goes against their family, goes
Yeah, they
against
isolate you.
everyone. They isolate you.
I mean, is
completely.
that a narcissistic situation? Because from a little kid, I was told like you don't get in between a man and a woman, David. A man and a woman is having their thing. They're gonna be mad for a second, but when they fix themselves,
They're gonna be
they're gonna
mad.
look at you.
Yeah,
and
like the
they're
bad
gonna
guy.
be like, "What we got going on?"
That's
My
true.
question was, I'm assuming since we have you here, Dave, and our focus has been all over the place. since we had you here last time, we spoke about a couple of topics and some things that you were going through. And I'm pretty sure that the people are wondering, did you get your bail money back, bro?
My brother, and it's funny the conversation we had today about narcissists and manipulators and reverends and essentially
Charlatans.
scammers. No, and the thing is, it was never my money. I was sent to Rikers Island for what we saw happen on New Year's Eve. Me being a brother, me being a friend, literally putting my life on the line for what occurred in that situation. And the retaliation, essentially, I'm at a lack of words, but Brooklyn audit, the gentleman Cliff, I think they put up
Brooklyn put like
$1,500.
$1,000, something like that.
That man took their money, bro. And one of the things today too is why I wanted to do this podcast is I got a lot of respect for you and I got a lot of respect for Relly. And I think what happens in this atmosphere is people look at us and they say snake oilsman, or they say what's the word? You know,
break that down for me though. Snake oilsman.
We didn't even talk about it here. What you do in Harlem on 125th Street, what you do in Brooklyn in terms of giving back to the people. Now, people will say they're paid protesters, but they don't see the work you do week in, week out. No publicity.
Yeah. And I don't get paid for what I do out there, bro. It's just straight off the strength.
And I'm not going to get into it too much, but everybody doesn't, like, they're saying paid protesters and things of that nature. This gentleman doesn't go to every protest. There's certain protests he's like, and again, I have a relationship with a lot of different people, but he'll say, I don't like the way they move. I'm not going to get myself involved in that. So there are principles in all of this.
It's not just radical crazy. Let's go.
We get where's the check this week for Venice? I'm not going out there for that. I don't like the way they move. I don't like the way they operate. So with all that being said, it's like my whole thing is if there's a hole in a road and everybody's driving their car down that road, I'm gonna be the individual to say, like, this is somebody I love. This is somebody I call my brother. And again, I could throw a name on it. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, but I leave it up to interpretation. There's a hole in the road. You drive your car down this road. There's a pothole. I don't want you to damage your car. This person's a thief. This person's not good for you. You can continue to keep driving down that road and keep mashing up your car, but at least I know as a good person, I put it out there and I say, yo, it's unfortunate you've seen me with this person. I've expressed love for this person. I can't even say that, but
you guys grew up together, bro.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if somebody told me my father was doing something with kids, I would say that this is separate. I'm done.
Yeah, no matter what your father.
I don't care who you are.
Right.
So right is right, wrong is wrong, and I draw a line there. So for I think at this point with what we seen, people came up here, they said what they had to say, and now we see the end product. I literally put my life on the line, not for clout, not for love, not for anything other than doing the right thing. And I think we've seen that play out so many times. So it's always been about the people. The people get to choose and look and evaluate the situation, decide for themselves what they think. I don't want to tell nobody what to think. All I say is, if it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. Lions don't hang out with mice. You know, cats don't hang out with rabbits. If you want to be over there, I respect it. I'm not forcing you to choose, but I'm gonna make a choice. I'm gonna say, birds of a feather flock together. If you hang out with a thief and a liar, I think you might be a thief and a liar. So we're not gonna do too well. At a certain point, my energy is gonna come at you, and you're gonna be like, "Damn, why is David like this?" So it's unfortunate, but it's life. Like we had a talk here about religion and narcissists, and it's life. We just gotta figure it out. It's unfortunate. The people we love, the people we came out with, we can't always watch the sunset with them. We saw the sun come up, but we can't see the sun come down, and we gotta accept that. There's good people in this world. There's bad people, and I don't ever want that to be a detractor. My experience with you has been nothing but good, despite what people have told me before I met you.
Yeah.
Really the same way. This, that, and the other. My experience with this individual has been upstanding so far. So I just tell people, make decisions for yourselves. Look at what you've seen from people when they haven't even needed you. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there when you and Relly showed up to the courthouse. I heard about it after, and it was an emotional feeling like, wow, these two powerful brothers was together, never met each other before, and I got to see a little clip, and bro, like tears, you know, it's a point of like, the homies are showing me that, and I'm just like, yo, that was dope.
Bless you, bless you.
You know, I don't even want them to see it, but at the end of the day, like we can't let bad things detract us from being positive and pushing other people forward, because we going against a system and they working together day and night, nonstop, millions of billions of dollars to do that. So I figure when we do find good people, we gotta push things forward. You know, even myself, again, the individual who did what he did, like, he did it, and somehow, some way, there's still a way where he is kind of pushing this thing forward. He's, again, not somebody I could deal with, but in the grand spectrum of things, he's still moving the goalposts forward, and that's why I choose not to say their name and down them, because at the end of the day, you know, cops don't like each other. My DMs is crazy with cops. It's like, my sergeant did this to me and my sergeant did that to me, and I'm just like, you a snake.
Right? Like, come over here, telling me that. You see it the big way, huh? The snakes. And for the ladies that are here, and for those who are watching, you probably have no idea what's going on. I'm gonna kind of like break it down to you a little bit. As you may know, we go out there, we record, we educate, we exercise our rights, and we bring awareness to the people. We disseminate everything we record to the public when it comes to government entities, public, our constitutional education. And there was an incident where David, New York, got arrested. Good guy activism, aka GGA, literally grew up together with him. They got him alive, and they started getting donations to help him out with his bail. The people started supporting and helping because they want my guy out. You know what I mean? He has earned the trust and love of a lot of people through his work. And GGA turned on his live and started getting donations for his bail. His bail was about,
I think it was 2,500, but I could be wrong.
2,500. I think to this day we're not sure how much money he was able to collect, but the bail money, he got the bail money and then some more.
A pizza.
Exactly. So they did pay the bail, and with the rest they ate it for pizza. I don't know if it was $3,000 pizza, $4,000, 1,500. I don't know how much they ate in pizza.
Extra bacon.
But the rest of the money they ate it in pizza. My man came out. He handled the case, and the bail money was returned.
No. The bail
That's
was
what
never returned.
No, from the courts.
Oh yeah, to the individual.
Exactly, from the courts. Once you handle your business, the courts are like, okay, this is the bail money was returned to the individual. And where the issue comes in is that it didn't go nowhere from there.
It was pocketed.
It didn't go back to him, who was in jail and who the people donated the money for. It didn't go back to the people who donated it, because some of them are expecting their money. Some people put $1,000, they're waiting for the case to finish to get their money back. And time passed. How long has it been since now?
So that at the point where the money should have been returned to the people who requested their money back, that was in June. To this day, I can show you the text message. Brooklyn audit didn't get his money back, and Cliff, the other individual who donated $500, didn't get that.
So you got locked up for what?
Recording, you know what we do.
Recording and stuff.
Doing a lot.
Basically, I want to take it even further than that because the individual.
But it was 2,500. Son 2,500, no?
Yes. So un amigo, a friend, started a live to get donations.
Mm-hmm.
He got the donations. He got more than the bill. The bill was posted. He came out. The case was solved. The bail money was returned to the guy that bailed him out. Now there are people who want their money back. They just listen. I gave you 1,000 just to bail him out. Give it back. The money wasn't given back to him who just came out of jail.
Okay.
It wasn't given back to the money. To the people. And we had him here on a prior podcast, and we had the guy that actually had the money over here, and he said he was going to give it back.
He apologized. He said it was his ego somehow. I
Yes.
don't know what
Okay.
ego has to
Now,
do with it.
my
How long ago was
question
that?
to you is, are you going to
4
pay
months ago.
the people that gave you the money to bail you out?
That's why he was a little bit uncomfortable because there's people like, yo, where my money at? To him.
No, but, my question is, I mean, you was the one locked up.
Mm-hmm.
They gave money to take you out, which I understand somebody stole it, but my question to you is, I mean, as a responsible person, wouldn't you try and just give them back the money that they paid?
And that's the thing. I talked about it, and I do feel a responsibility because it's my name. You know, as a man who's had his father in his life, you got your name and you got your word.
Your word.
So that being the case, the two main individuals, like I said, Brooklyn and Cliff, I wanted to kind of take this individual to court. But being that this quote unquote everything becomes a law situation, the contract quote unquote between this person and the people, it kind of doesn't have anything to do with me. These people sent money to this person to get me out. I didn't have any, and I spoke to 2 lawyers about this. I didn't have any participation. My thing was I want to take this person to court, and what they make from their channel, let's have his channel be the people's channel. All that money plus some goes back to the people. What was explained to me from 2 different lawyers is the contract was not between you and this individual. So yeah, you could pay for a lawyer, but one of these people or some of the people involved in the situation needs to be you can't sue him, it would get thrown out.
Yeah, so he was literally in jail when the donations and everything, he had no play on it. You know what I mean? So the people gave the money to the individual that was supposed to bail him out. The individual took the money, never bailed him out. Hey, peace, hey, oh. Why would he have to
me
pay?
out. We're gonna give him his card. He did bail me out, but he kept the money afterward.
Exactly.
But he did bail you out. That's my point. He did get bailed.
Yeah, but
So
he kept the money back.
If it would have been me, I would have paid the person that from the bottom of his heart did give money to bail you out. And if you're gonna sue somebody, to me, yeah, sue them.
I can't.
Whatever.
It won't.
We
The
have to do one of the
contract
people.
is not between me.
Yeah, I get it. But so then at least the person that did it off, you must know who did it off the bottom of the heart. And I would give that money back.
But we was waiting because the individual that took the money said he's giving it back.
Okay. But
You know
if
what I mean?
he
So
doesn't,
we're on
He
a
didn't
hold.
keep
We're
his
on a,
word. He
we are
didn't
on
keep
an
his word.
eternal hold.
You
Yeah,
are-
stop playing with me,
You are
bro.
right.
yeah,
Everything you're saying is right.
to me, I mean,
I don't
yeah,
disagree with what you're saying.
but I would be okay with that person because you never know if there's a second time.
Yeah.
And then that person is never they're gonna be like, last time I lost my money.
I agree. I completely agree with what you're saying.
And if I was the one locked up, I would give back, even though that guy, who's the one that's gonna, his reputation is because he stood with the money. He's the one that's gonna be categorized as a thief, not you.
I
So
completely agree.
how long y'all been beefing? Like not beefing, but I mean, when did y'all stop talking? How long has it been since y'all stopped talking?
You didn't know this
I'm
was going on?
So here's the funny thing.
Come on, break
The
it down,
day-
break it down.
the
He's
day-
he holding shit on you, yo. He holding shit.
The
Yo, let him
day-
know,
Holy
Dave.
shit.
I did the podcast with you is when it came full circle. He wanted to keep the money.
Mm.
The day I came there with you, he says to me, yo, it was the first time I seen each other face to face, and he says to me, yo, you saw what the people, yo, that was crazy. He's like, what we gonna do with the money? And he
got
said
more
it
than what
like
he
that.
thought.
And I said,
He said
what
like
the
that.
F you mean? What we, and like, the individual, two of the individuals. I don't like to put people in there.
I
And
feel you.
two of the, the young spunky brother
Yeah.
and I am. But they said, like, long story short, I could be very aggressive with him because I known him longer. And like if I see some bad behavior, I'm gonna check it immediately. What you mean this? Or we on a train. Why are you smoking on a train around all these old women?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And he'll take it as me being putting him down. But my thing is it's like
Morals.
morals, and we in a different space now. We in a different space where our actions, our behaviors are looked at in a different light. So me telling you why you vaping on the train and there's an old lady sitting right next to you, it's not me trying to push you down in front of the homies. It's just think about it. Think
old
Waking
Think
you up,
about it.
waking you up real quick. You know what I mean? A little wake up.
So that's what happened, and he pretty much mentioned it on here. He was like he felt like I was putting him down, and it's just like, yo, I was being a big brother. Yeah,
Watch that episode.
Yeah, the
check it
People's
out.
Podcast TV. Go check out those
Yeah.
episodes. We
Well,
had Gigi
you was
over
on
here.
live.
Hit that like.
I mean, you
hit
was
that
on
like.
on live or something. That's what she said.
What do you mean?
When you said that to him?
Not that specific moment, but you could see. So we've done lives together, and you
Mhm.
could see times of me like,
Being a
we'll
bigger brother. You like being a
we'll
bigger brother.
be walking in the street, and he'll be, and it's gonna sound like I'm
In the
putting him down.
podcast. When, I mean, in your
No,
channel,
not in a
in the
podcast,
channel.
but us together, like live streaming,
Recording.
and
Like that recording.
he'll be bumming a cigarette, like for a random person. I'd be like, bro, we on live right now. They already think we're scumbags, and you asking every single person we like, come on, think about the optics of how we look.
But if you're doing live, you should address that before you start a live. Don't
think
do
that's
stupid shit
something-
like that. Right?
We
when
two
it's
men.
live, you don't know
We're-
what's gonna
we're
happen.
Two men,
Well then,
or not men, adults. Do I need to tell you don't
No.
take a hit of the bomb?
so
the
you
crack
stop
bomb?
going. You stop doing the. That's what you're saying. I'm trying to understand. You trying to. So you stop doing the lives with him or whatever.
I would check certain behavior, and I'd be like, yo, that's not a good look.
Because
That's not a good look.
the thing is that if you do it on live, and then you doing this together, yeah. I mean, he's gonna feel offended. Of course,
Well, don't.
it's media. Personal is personal, but media is something else. He doesn't want to be like acabado in the media. They're gonna attack him. He doesn't want to be attacked. And it's true what you're telling him, unless, because there's people that are down for that. There's people that are down to be attacked. They don't care. They make money. They make numbers out of that. But I'm cold, so I'm like, But he probably doesn't want to be looked at like that way, even though.
But how does it look?
Oh, he probably feels
so-
offended because it's you.
as what we do, we kind of behind the eight ball. People will be like, well, what is the word? I can't think of the word. but not beggars, not scammers, but there's a word they like to use for us.
Scumbags.
And
get
like
a
we're
job.
trying to garner things from the people. And I'm like, this doesn't
Low life.
They
Con
were-
artists.
I can't think at the moment, but
They
they're
call us all kind of
Swindlers.
names.
Yeah, yeah.
like swindling and trying to take from the people. And my thing would be like
Grifters and shit like that.
E-beggars.
grifters,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
e-beggars. And I would be like, you're only furthering. And here's the thing, like I'm saying that now, but in the moment, he would do that, and I just put my camera this way, and people be like, David, why are you showing us the top of the building?
Because he's doing some crazy shit that you don't.
And some people would put it together, and my mood would change because it's like, you're a grown man. I don't gotta tell you not to holler at the 10 ladies that we pass, or
Yeah, that's a little
not
issue that I had with him
to do beg
doing
people
that.
for cigarettes.
I know
It makes us look bad as a group.
Or
Yeah.
maybe yes, I think he was here on the last episode when he was here. I don't recall it. But yeah, it's a couple of things but they grew up together. You know, they're like brothers, you could say. You know what I mean? And there's a couple of things that when you
So
see
y'all might
him,
be
like
back.
Nah,
No?
nah,
You don't think they'll be back together?
absolutely not, brother. I can't.
probably not. You know, I said that last time when I had him here. Then I had Gigi. Yeah, I'm like, yo, y'all probably, you know what I mean. So let me just fall back a little bit and watch. But I fell back and I've been watching and they still on the same. You know what I mean? The heat's still out there. You know what I mean? So I don't think because he did promise that he was gonna give the money back. You know what I mean? He like, I got it, but he didn't
Without
have
me.
it. He didn't have it, but he was gonna get it and give it back. So there were hopes of maybe when he gives them the money back, maybe they'll, you know what I mean?
Get back
Chop it
together.
up and you know what I mean, make
And
up.
brother, when was that? That was May, right? We now in a whole
Oh,
nother
shit.
year.
Yep.
And he was saying what is the other guy who I never even
This
I
sounds like
never-
gossip to me.
I never even talked about him. He came up there and what did he tell you? If he comes here and he doesn't give the money back in 6 weeks, I'm gonna have something to say. Bro, I got the messages. I say, yo, I mean, I don't want to put myself out there too much, but it's just at a certain point, it's just we're men, and it's like my energy gets to a point where it's just like, bro, you full court, no pressure. You bring no pressure to nothing. You've kind of just been a hang along, and it's like you're saying you're gonna do this. I didn't even think of you as a person in a situation like an issue, and you interjected yourself because of your conscience. Even you, brother, like there was some real shit where you just like, so wait, he walked and I was fucking around a bit, but he walked across the Rikers Island Bridge by himself, and y'all ate the pizza. Y'all didn't pick him up. Did y'all save him a slice?
And
what did he say?
Picked up the money. They got the bail money. And the nigga had to walk by himself from jail. Nobody picked him up. Nobody. Y'all niggas eating pizza.
Did y'all save him a
that
slice?
felt
We
no
tried
fight
to
for-
save him. We tried to, but you know, it was long. It was a long time, and it's just like a man who's not even like, you just think of it like a man, as a man from a man preference, and he's like,
So why you didn't beat the shit out of him?
They grew up together.
nah, it's not
okay.
that. It's because
Yeah, you still got love for him, bro. You still got love for him.
It's-
Stop playing.
what,
got love for
what
him,
does
bro.
that give me when I already have a case? You know what I'm saying? It's
You're not gonna feel better.
like you could speak.
I
It's
do.
like sometimes they put not that, and they could plant somebody to trick you out your spot,
Yeah.
or somebody could just naturally grow to trick you out your spot.
Mm.
And I put my hands on that individual. What I know about him now, I think he would tell police, or I think it would become a police situation. I've put things out
Be a
there.
case.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It'll be a
that's
case.
I get it.
So it's better avoiding that. Fuco Press, which
I
is
get that, I
now
get that.
the exposure report. You did
Change his name.
You did. You did came here and like literally put your hand on fire for GGA. You know what I mean? If he don't, I'm not sure if you said it, but I think you said if he doesn't, you was gonna be responsible for it. Didn't he send you a cash up or something that day too?
The dude sent me. So what did the people send? Like $400, and he sent me $105. I said, yo, don't send me no $105. What am I fucking? It's not about no fucking money at the end of the day. And like, I put it on Front Street. Remember, I put it, if it was about money and I wanted money, I put it on Front Street before the bail was released. Yo, I feel this way based on what he's saying. And I want the people to be aware of this, and I want you to know. And everything came to fruition. Everything hit the mark exactly how I said. So it is where it is now. You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is. My peeps, there's a lot of snakes in the grass. A lot of snakes in the grass. Be careful. Exposure report. I love you, my G. Nothing against you. You already know everything Gucci. You can holler at me at any time. GGA, you high on the block. You still haven't pulled up with the money. You never even hit me up to, yo, Eli, you know what I mean? Because on top of that,
You heard?
let's not forget that you was gaslighting for me to get stabbed too. You heard?
Oh.
Gaslighting for me to get stabbed too.
What?
And after that, I still didn't get a phone
Can't
call.
even laugh.
I love you too. I love you too. Yo, it's been a pleasure, my people. The People's Podcast TV.
Yo me estoy meando.
See you in the next one.